the Captain Kobe incident. So, I'm considering this like the actual start to the final saga because we're actually getting somewhere. We've kind of been like in between right now. I mean, this is still kind of in between, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like the prelude to the final saga, but they're setting everything up. You know, Kobe's getting captured. That's in turn gonna obviously leave Luffy to try and go save him.
Yeah,
Kobe's like his unspoken brother, basically. Like they haven't confirmed it, but it's like, you know, like how Ace and Sabo is.
He's definitely. Well, I think it's more like Garp to Roger type stuff. But I mean, like he's obviously loyal to the Marines, but I think he's gonna help out Luffy when it really matters. Like my theory is he will do something in the final battle, whatever that is, whether it's Blackbeard, even Shanks, whatever it ends up being. I think Kobe's definitely gonna be involved. And
yeah, honestly.
Yeah. So we get a lot of Shanks stuff, or like just red hair pirates. Do you think that's because like of the movie? Or
Yeah, it's definitely filmed.
Yeah, because I'm like, there's no way that they needed to have Shanks like saying he's gonna be able to pull up on Wano out of nowhere. And then we got the Uda cover story, which I cannot believe that we got that release date at a fucking USC game for America.
Oh, yeah?
October 2022. Not even a date. That's more like a window. But that's better than them just saying fall 2022. Man, I'm actually hyped for that movie, regardless if it's not canon.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if because Uta is canon. She's a canon person.
I think they're doing what's her name, like with Film Gold. What was fucking her name? Shit, I think I forgot. It's the chick from Film Gold, where it's like she exists, but the events aren't canon. Or was it Strong World? I don't remember. It's one of the chicks. Yeah. So I don't know how because I've avoided all spoilers. I don't know how they're playing off the Ace daughter thing. I think it's like an adopted daughter. It's definitely not. It's definitely not his kid. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a biological kid. Yeah, that was confirmed in the episodes.
I didn't watch the episodes.
I don't blame you. It wasn't very
trying to watch that. We had 3 episodes.
It was very...
Wasn't like 3 episodes in a row or that?
Yeah.
I mean, at least, I'm going to be honest, like, compared to other animes, the fact that we still had, like, solid animation, even when they had a movie coming out, is insane.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the chapter.
But, yeah, the Shanks, the whole Shanks and Wano thing it's really just to promote film, Red. Like, Shanks has no business being there.
I mean, like, it was cool, but he was really just there. I mean, like, okay, the whole scene where he's like, we gotta go claim the One Piece was cool, but, like, that really could have come after he started the next arc. It should have been when they got the new posters, or the new Wanted poster. Like, because you know how he always gets Luffy's new bounty, and he says some shit, and then we wait, like, 10 years for him to say something again. But, like...
Yeah, it was smile, bro.
Should have been that, and then he was like, oh, like, the tides are turning. Like he usually says, and then calls Beck over, and then he says that. Because that was, like, when Film Red dropped, is when that chapter came out. So, I mean, it's fine. I just kind of wish it was done more authentically. I mean, like, you can't blame him. Gotta promote the movie somehow. A lot of people only read manga.
The movie definitely did much well than expected, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I think it's this year in Japan, it's second under Jujutsu Kaisen. But to be honest, I think worldwide it's going to beat everything out, especially in the U.S. Like, people are meat riding One Piece right now. Dude, the fucking Howard Hamlin saying the One Piece is real, that shit, with Dark
Yeah, I was
Luffy.
like,
Bro, that has
One
everybody I
Piece.
noticed on One Piece now. Like, I've asked people, and they're like, yeah, I started watching it because of that. I mean, like, that's good that it's getting more popular, but it's like, damn. But yeah.
Could we get much higher?
Then fucking my gauge for when an anime is viral is when Target has a shirt and they finally got a One Piece shirt. It's ass, but it's there. That's all I gotta say. It's fucking there.
Oh yeah, but I had never
Bro,
seen
Target
anyone.
has like Demon Slayer, Naruto, Dragon Ball, My Hero. Now
And those are all the animes that are like
those are the normie animes, bro.
The normie animes in the West. The West, that's where it's most prolific. My Hero, their weak ass fan base, and they have Dragon Ball, obviously Demon Slayer, because it's all popular down here. One Piece, you'll rarely find any like fucking My Hero, Academia merch. It's all fucking One Piece. Japan is like the home of One Piece.
Bro, the fact that people try to give opinion on it, give any opinion on One Piece, bro, and they haven't like actually consumed it, it's just fucking abysmal. Because that's a long story. I mean, I've even tested this out. I know that like technically I could speed through chapters because I already knew what was going on. I could just read it. When I decided I was gonna reread One Piece, it only took me 3 weeks. In each chapter, I mean, because obviously I can't read it like every day, because I have shit I have to do. But each chapter took about like max 2 minutes if you just read it. I like to look like when I read it now, I like to go through everything and like analyze it. But minutes is all it took per chapter. Some chapters are longer, may take 3, but 1 to 2 minutes is definitely per chapter. So it's probably honestly be less time for some of these people that can sit down and rewatch Naruto. You can definitely read One Piece.
Yeah, bro. All fucking day. Rewatch Naruto every damn week. They can't even give One Piece a try.
I can understand the animation not being for everybody, but like you really do get used to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Anime, honestly,
style. People are just so used to these rushed out 24 episode animes.
Yeah, bro. People always try to compare Naruto's animation before, because Naruto had much better animation when it first started. But it's like, if you really think about it, if you really watch it, One Piece, even when starting out, didn't even have bad animation at all.
It just had 90s animation. It wasn't.
Yeah, and very
everything at
good
the time looked like that.
Right. And even in some of the arcs, after One Piece transitions into its more serious tone, the animation isn't as good, but Toei they animate man. Well, I feel like the only terrible animated arc was Dressrosa. That's because it was consistent bad.
Because that shit was just they definitely really wanted to finish it as fast as they could, and it still took really long.
Yeah,
like, I get it. No,
and some of the pacing.
Yeah, the pacing. Okay, so like the only arguments I understand are pacing. Actually, that's the only fucking argument I understand is pacing. Because yeah, the anime pacing is shit. I think we can all agree that. But you still have to take into account that you are translating panels that barely show a whole lot of shit. Like, it's a lot of it is you just have to imagine what it looks like in motion. Because, like I said, if I can read a chapter in 2 minutes, now you're telling someone to animate 2 minutes into 20 minutes. It's not even 20 minutes, because if you take away the intro and the outro, we don't even really have the actual outros anymore. It's a 15-minute episode, 15-minute episode. Right?
Yeah.
Pacing at the beginning was good, but you have to animate a story that is very fast-paced on paper. And I think that people don't realize there's a much greater narrative going on. Newspapers in One Piece actually matter more than other stuff in other animes. You don't see a lot of that in other anime or manga. Because One Piece has the best world
because of
building.
One Piece.
Has the best world building. That's just objective fact. It has the best world building in, I think, any media, to be honest.
Yeah, because it gives characters it gives
Every
everyone
character
their depth.
that has had a spotlight at one point matters. Like, bro, I'm still pretty sure Don Krieg is gonna come back at some point. Didn't he not die? I'm pretty sure he didn't die. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he came. I'm pretty sure he came back on one of the covers
Yeah,
because
one of the
even
covers
Caesar,
too.
Caesar now he's fighting Katakuri.
Yeah.
So I mean, they definitely give people their.
Caesar and Judge, German generals going on this shit. What was I gonna say? Shit. In cover stories, you can argue whether or not they matter, but they're there for a reason. We can't really give the spotlight when we need to do important stuff. I'm glad that it's there. Like, that's not stuff they'll show in the anime, but I'm glad it's there in the manga. So, I mean, just think about it, right? This is a story that is written, and like in manga, it's meant to be read when the volumes come out, not when the chapters come out. Something that Oda is working on over time. So when it's all done, that will be the way he was meant to have it, people to consume it. Or I guess you could say that the arcs and the sagas are the same way. But when the story is complete, that's the way. So that's why pacing can seem slow. If you're even when you're waiting week by week, yeah, it can get a little tedious. But hey, it works. Right. We haven't even really talked about this chapter yet.
Yeah. I was about to get into that.
All right, so they're asking Marco, which I don't know if it's supposed to be a joke or not, if he would join Red Hair Pirates. I mean, goddamn.
Oh no, definitely not a joke. He asked Marco that before.
Yeah, and then he's obviously declined. Like, he says he's not going to do it, but I feel like Marco. I mean, he's kind of already doing this. They're giving him more of like a Rayleigh type approach, where I do not think he is going to show up in the story for a while. I think this is the last time in this manga, because even later on he says, what is it? What does he say? I'm going to scroll down to it. Something like, on down to it. It says, the time belongs to you, youngsters, now. Stay strong. And then he flies off. That is the last we see of him. I honestly do not think he's going to show up until battle. Because...
Well, yeah, because that's how it was. Just like this arc, too. We haven't seen Marco in literally forever. Like, his last major role he had was Marine for it, I'm pretty sure.
He had a supporting role in Wano, but to be honest, he was just there to
propose
the story a bit quicker. Like, that was he
yeah,
got
but like I'm talking
going,
before.
and then that was kind of really it.
Yeah, I'm just talking about before Wano. Like, yeah, we haven't really seen him at all.
No, he was just chilling for a while.
Yeah, so because Marco really isn't a character that's that important.
He isn't
to the
He's
story.
more of like is playing like a Rayleigh role, where he's important, but only not surface level important, if you know what I mean. Like, he matters. He's not going to be taking the spotlight from the worst generation, because this is their story.
Yeah.
So he flies off, and now we have the Amazon Lily siege, which, god damn, is that fucking crazy. I haven't seen Blackbeard since the beginning of Wano, no? I think he showed up at one point
seen him
in the middle of Wano. It was like a short scene.
But we haven't seen him fight. That's
Oh.
the thing. We haven't seen him fight since Marine.
And I think what we can tell, but like first, so we got Vice Admiral Wakaji and Kobe showing up, and they got the new pacifistas. Which, okay, I want to talk about that because I know exactly what's going on here. So, in my opinion, they had the Seven Warlords system because they wanted to get all the information they could on the Warlords. Whether or not they really gave up a lot of information, I think they definitely were able to analyze them. Maybe someone has a fruit that can do something like that. But so they obviously had the Boa Hancock looking one, right? But if you look at the scene or the one that Blackbeard notices, you can see that he's holding a sword that looks a hell of a lot like Mihawk's sword. That one is definitely the Mihawk one, because even Boa says that they're trying to replace the Seven Warlords.
Oh yeah, they have their DNA somehow.
And then obviously with the brown skin and dark hair, like Blackbeard says, they're using something with Kuma as well. Oh, sure.
And Lunarians too.
And Lunarians. So.
Yeah, because the wings and the fire.
Real question is, like, we know that the Navy was going to go after them anyway, but why were they here, and why was it really important that Kobe had to show up? Amazon Lily. And obviously Blackbeard knew about it somehow. And wait, I think he did say he was going somewhere the last time we saw him, but we didn't know where until now, of course.
No, he said where he was going, because remember there was when they abolished the oiler systems, they were sending vice admirals and captains to go take them down.
Yeah.
And they sent Kobe to Boa because they thought he would probably be best suited for it. Since Boa's very strong.
He's strong.
He's very strong.
Then her fruit is overpowered, and we actually found out that what was it? The way that her fruit works, it has a lot to do with her herself, you know. She says that even if Blackbeard were to kill her and take her devil fruit with how he does it, because we still don't know how he does it, he wouldn't be able to, you know, turn back everybody that's already in stone. You could
only
argue
she can do that, right?
That was her being cocky. She was really serious when she said that.
Yeah.
Then she got someone on her crew. He said Blackbeard said that most of them on the crew got turned to stone. So that's a pretty big deal. But obviously, you know, Rayleigh shows up.
Yeah, that's how
something happens. Yeah, but with that, so Oa is what's being implied is that she's soloing most of Blackbeard's crew. That's where that 1.6 billion bounty is really showing. To be honest.
Yeah.
Because
right now, I think she's probably the second strongest girl in One Piece. I think Yamato really is a bit stronger, only because she has advanced conquerors.
Blackbeard, he wasn't affected by
using hockey, right?
Marinami. And I know that he, like, even when he had her by the throat, obviously she can't use it. But he already wasn't affected by it, even just by being around her.
You know what I think what really saved him? Because I'm pretty sure his fruit is classified as a Logia, his darkness fruit. And we know that his fruit can negate other devil fruit powers. So I'm guessing the slave arrows that she threw at him didn't work because it negated it. I really don't know what's up with this darkness and being able to negate devil fruit powers.
It has to be something. Because also, when I read, I think they released the spoilers early. It didn't say everything, but in it had said, oh, he stole her power and he got it. He can no longer use it. But then obviously they just didn't translate his actual power well, because we already knew that if he grabbed someone, they can't use their devil fruit power. We already knew that. So, like, when I saw that spoiler, I was like, holy shit, there's no fucking way that happened. And I was like, maybe he awakened his fruit. And hey, for what we know, the dark fruit is what gives him the ability to do that. And I think that, okay, this is how I think it works. Darkness consumes everything, so I feel like if he immediately uses it, and then the soul of the devil fruit, as it leaves the body, that's how he gets it. But no, I don't know. That's my guess. I feel like that's the best guess I can give to that. It has to be something to do with his devil fruit. I know people are saying, oh, it's because he has like 3 hearts or something. They did say that Blackbeard is just he's literally built different. Like that's what they basically said. But I think it has something to do with his devil fruit. Yeah, it's implied because his flag has the 3 skulls, but I think it's got to just be the dark fruit. I don't think it's anything else.
Yeah, it has to be the fruit. But I think my theory is he's already awakened it, and he's kind of just like hiding it somehow. For a base devil fruit power to be able to steal other powers, because it's something with the dark fruit. Like, there's no other way to explain it other than his devil fruit probably being able to steal fruit powers. So I guess it's something that we don't know.
Here's the thing. It was also a fruit that was already documented, and I wonder why this wasn't something the Navy was after. He knew about it. That's when what was his name? What was his name? Fuck, what was the dude's name? He took it from. Thatch, yeah, Thatch. Okay, so when he took it from Thatch, he said that he was already after that fruit. Like, people don't realize that Blackbeard planned this shit out for years before it actually happened. That's why he's so good at what he does.
Yeah, because he's an archaeologist. He knows a lot about the fruits.
Like, god damn, man. Like, he knew this shit, this plan, and he just did it, and it worked. We entered a completely new era because
Blackbeard. I think. Well, this is just kind of my take on Devil Fruit Awakenings. I'm pretty sure it's like 100% mastery of your fruit. Am I sure? Like when you master your fruit, you'll be able to awaken it further, right?
It's definitely not.
So I believe that he already knew the properties and the full awakening and mastery of that fruit. He did his research on it, so he was able to tap into that power instantly. And with his body composition, it wouldn't be so far-fetched that he'd be able to do that.
But with that, do you think that this is something that was already documented that he researched, or did he find something that wasn't what the world knew? Because
it was he found something, like, because I feel like somebody that had significance had that fruit. Like, yeah, it like obviously
this is some Void Century stuff.
Like, it's some Void Century, bro. Just like the Nika fruit. Like, nobody knew the world government was after the Nika fruit. They assumed it was just a rubber fruit. But Luffy somehow
knew what it was. I don't think he knew what it was, because he really was not that upset when Luffy ate it. Like, he was upset at first, and then he was like, "Oh, all right." I mean, like, obviously, it, and people are just think that's why, but I don't think that he really knew what it was.
Yeah, because when people who believe that Shanks was like knew what fruit it is, those are the believers that Shanks is like evil theory. Which, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, it's not too far-fetched if they're trying to go for like
friendly level with the world government, and that's kind of weird.
Exactly. In the Gorosei of all people, did you trust me? The Gorosei is like the last people that you would even allow a pirate to walk into. And they actually revealed something in one of the Film Red books, like the books about Film Red. I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, so I'm not gonna spoil it. But it's not in the movie though. They don't reveal his name in the movie. It's in one of the books.
Like, lineage?
Yeah, lineage.
Is it? I think I heard it. Is it where they're saying that they found him in a box during What was it?
Yeah, it's the same. It's that,
God Valley incident.
and I'm pretty sure they give him a last name, and it's not
It's probably
Rox's
not
last name.
canon.
So he's
I do think. I
yeah,
do
it's
think
I
he
mean
is.
honestly,
I
because it
think he
was
has
in
the
the
will of
book.
D. I think that's definitely a reason why we're not
It,
hearing about his full name.
yeah, it's that he definitely has the will of D, bro. I mean, the thing about the will of D would be like so fucking dumb.
Or possibly, is he related to Emu? That could also be a reason why we don't know that.
We don't know.
So, Emu has something to do with the sea, right? And we obviously know there's a relationship between Emu and Joy Boy. That's kind of obvious.
Mm.
I think I've been a Tekken video where he like explained what that name meant. He gave like a thing on it, which I really liked that because it was like, Joy Boy is the reason why we have devil fruits, because he was an enemy to the sea. Right. I know that's probably just a theory. I don't know if that's really what's going on, but it was obviously important since, like Rocks, we still don't know what. I'm guessing she doesn't look like. Whatever. I don't know what she looks like.
Yeah, I honestly want Emu to be a girl.
I think that's what they're doing.
Final villain.
They're setting up.
Because, Mother Sea, the queen of the Mother Sea, you feel me? Everybody's talking about in the series, Queen of the Sea, Mother Sea, all that. It could tie in, and it could be like, it would make sense for Emu to have a water Logia.
We still haven't seen the water fruit.
Exactly. It definitely exists. All elements have a fruit. Even ones that are like not potent in the world, like lava, like even that element has its own fruit. So to say that the water fruit doesn't exist is probably
it definitely exists, and there's a reason.
And that's probably why. Because Emu probably has it. Because it's definitely the most broken fruit, bro. Like
that would explain why Emu is fucking. No one can touch her, obviously. And I think
no one can touch her. Water.
Obviously, she's running the world government. That's very clear, and that's why the main reason why they don't want pirates having devil fruits is that she's trying to gather all the devil fruits so that nobody can have them. Only people that she, gives the okay to should have them.
People also try to say that Emu is Luffy's mom theory.
I genuinely believe Oda said that the reason why he didn't write Luffy's mom into it is because she didn't matter. I just believe that.
Well, yeah, that's
I don't think he's hiding anything.
Typical shonen manga. It would be cool. I honestly have a cool head game on like what Luffy's mom probably was, but it's definitely not Emu. But a lot of them are like a lot of shonen protagonists don't even have parents. That's the whole point, Pretty sure Oda probably didn't want Luffy to have parents to begin with. Because he wanted to end this show in the East Blue, I'm pretty sure, in the beginning.
2002.
The Grand Line. No, it was the Grand Line.
I'm pretty sure what it was is that after some point, the story was just going to be about taking down the Yonkos, and that was it.
Yeah, but he was like, he seen that the show and the anime and the manga was just doing so well that he expanded on it.
He was supposed to end in 2002.
That's what I like about all that.
I mean, like, shit.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure the Yonko at the time were just a Shibukai. Like, Mihawk was definitely a Yonko for Zoro, probably Dofi. The Seven Warlords, just some of the strongest versions of them probably were the Yonko. Because it wouldn't make sense to introduce Kaido that early.
Kaido didn't even get mentioned until Thriller Bark.
Yeah, like he wasn't even a thought.
Throwaway line. Like I genuinely believe that wasn't meant to mean much, just at the time at least. He was just like, oh, I lost to Kaido in the New World, and that was it. That's the first time we heard the New World, too. And for all we knew, that was just some random shit that he was complaining about.
Yeah, honestly, I hope there's like another part of the world that's like the last.
I do think this is the last, and then the
you
whole
see
thing
that
where the destruction of the Red Line is what makes them, or the Red Line is what makes the ocean whole, makes the One Piece, makes the All Blue.
Well, I don't believe the All One Piece is like the full sea. I believe that's the All Blue. That's how you get the All Blue. Now, I think One Piece. It is a tangible item. It's something.
It's not going to be the friends you made along the way. We know it's tangible. Because Oda said it's tangible, so that's what I'm going with.
It's definitely a tangible item. That's what he said. It's an item. It's not. See, I mean, the sea isn't really considered an item. It's considered part of the world, and that's why that would be the All Blue. I think it's something to destroy the Red Line. Something that only someone like Luffy with the Nika fruit
and I mean, like,
be able to do.
With Shanks saying he's gonna go claim it, right? But it's something that he can claim. So whether that is some sort of power or it is some object that would allow something to happen, because we know that Roger said it wasn't time yet.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. They were too early.
What they meant by too early is there's had a certain set of situations to be happening at that time. You know,
the Poneglyphs.
Fucking, for example, like Emu
probably have a prophecy on there.
Mm-hmm.
That has to take force.
The Poneglyph.
Okay, I'm not gonna say
and
Luffy is the chosen one. I don't think that's the route that's happening. I genuinely believe it's just shit happens and he happened to have the fruit. I do not think he's the chosen one.
Oh yeah, bro. They already revealed that he's not like the chosen one. The fruit didn't choose him. And I remember a lot of Naruto fans tried to like, oh, your MC is the chosen one too. Ha ha ha.
No.
Tried to slander One Piece when the leaks came up. But they looked fucking stupid when they was like, yeah, there is no Luffy is Joy Boy. Like he's the new Joy Boy, not he's the prophesized Joy Boy. Like Naruto was. He was the prophesized.
Naruto, that shit was dumb. Because they had a whole scene with Neji explaining why Naruto was, like, he wasn't destined for greatness, and he was just gonna fucking do it. And then later on, I was like, oh yeah, he's, like, descendant of fucking whatever her name's sons, or whatever. Hated that so much. That straight up ruined it. I'm gonna be honest, Naruto's writing was already ass to begin with. It had some cool fights and shit, but, like, the writing was pretty ass.
Yeah, Naruto's story isn't something that's memorable.
People just say it's amazing because they have nostalgia for it. Like, that's just the truth. Yeah. High world government shit. So Rayleigh shows up. Now, what I want to know is what exactly happened. And with Kobe getting kidnapped, I feel like they came up with a plan. I don't think Kobe just fucking took an L and got kidnapped. There is a plan going on, whether or not Kobe's going to actually try something on the inside. Because, like I said earlier, Kobe's definitely important. He's playing like a Garp to Roger role in the story. He obviously still really respects Luffy. And he says that he's going to de-escalate the confrontation without issue. And Blackbeard was scared when he saw him. So, like, it definitely had to have come to an agreement. And whether or not that was actually Blackbeard just folding, being like, alright, I'm going to leave and I'm just going to take this dude. But, yeah.
Honestly, I think because Kobe's allies, they all got turned into stone. He was the only person
It's
left.
just him. I mean, he couldn't do much anyway.
And obviously Kobe isn't on the same level, nowhere near the level of Blackbeard at this point. Like Blackbeard has proven, like he easily took down Boa, which is like it's not a super hard task for somebody at his strength level. Like I'm pretty sure Luffy right now can one shot Boa if they were at a like a death battle like that too. But Kobe, we haven't really seen anything from him, and this is one thing, bro. I was so hyped for Kobe, bro, because this would have been his defining moment. Like, okay,
bro,
he took down Boa.
And
exactly that's at least
Shakes. Like bro had to be written back into this. Like they really had to bring Shakes back in to save his ass.
Exactly, bro. Like we fucking like Boa is at least
Boa is Yonko level.
Yonko third
if they
commander
were like
level.
Seriously thinking of Yonko, if the Cross Guild wasn't a thing, Boa definitely would have been one of them.
Yeah, I could see that. It's just Boa. I don't even think she had like fully awakened her powers yet. So it's like I feel like if she awakens it, that would be to the point where it's like, all right, Yonko, because like she's very strong. She took out people from Blackbeard's crew. Her fruit is basically broken. She took out like his third and fourth commander. It was the lady, and then it was the big guy. So I believe that she's up there, like young commander level.
Definitely.
Because I mean, I don't really see people like Zoro having much problem fighting Boa at all. Because Blackbeard, he just blitzed her, bro, easily.
I mean, like, there's definitely a reason why Oda didn't feel the need to write in or like draw anything, an actual fight. Because he just wants you to know Blackbeard's shit right now.
Bro, he didn't like, because if Blackbeard, like if it was that significant, like if she even had like a chance with Blackbeard, because obviously we know that isn't the case. Because even Rayleigh in the chapter, he was like, yeah, he said verbatim that like due to the circumstances, he wouldn't have won against Blackbeard 1-on-1. Because I mean, obviously Rayleigh's old, his old age. He's not.
Rayleigh even had.
He's not nowhere near.
He even says that he didn't think it would get this bad, but it did. That just goes to show that like the Blackbeard has been really good at hiding strength. And I mean, like, I'm guessing he probably still has that setback where it's still difficult for him to take pain, and he might even be over that already.
So that's the thing, though. I mean, I love Blackbeard. He's a pretty good.
He's just the antithesis to Luffy.
Like if you really look at it,
like they both want freedom.
Yeah,
but
he's a pretty good.
How they want it.
Yeah, Blackbeard wants to take freedom. Luffy wants to earn his freedom. That's basically the whole premise behind Blackbeard and Luffy. I mean, Luffy wants to earn it. Blackbeard wants to take it. Luffy wants to be free. Blackbeard wants to conquer.
I mean, shit. I really just want this to go right. I think that their fight actually has to be super. I think it needs to be more talk than fight. Their ideals clashing. Actually, like.
Yeah, I really
consumes everything, right? And then the Nika Fruit Joy Boy just brings freedom. It opens up imagination. It opens and darkness closes.
Yeah, honestly, I believe Luffy's fruit is a direct counter
to
Blackbeard's, because he's the sun god fruit, right? But his official colors is white. And I believe it's that because he was in the full moon when he was fighting. and he was getting moon
You
energy
said that,
or
yeah,
whatever.
because
But I feel like whenever he's in the sun, that's
he does have the two forms, or at least just like color schemes. That I actually think that makes a lot more sense.
yeah, because that was official like artwork. Like, why would they have like more than one color for it?
I'm gonna be honest, like before I
That wouldn't
even
make
was
any
like
sense.
thinking about like I wanted to get like a Joy Boy shirt or the Nika shirt, and I didn't want to get like some fake ass color scheme. In my opinion, that would have ruined it. I ended up getting one that like had no color, but I was honestly surprised it took so long to get official colors. And it was like, hey, it's like two of them.
Yeah.
Unless they change that.
But that's the thing
unless they change that, because
cool,
Oda when he was doing the cover of the new volume, he had it. I mean, he was in front of the moon. That's what he had on it.
Yeah, it's a full moon too. It's not like it's a crescent. It's a full moon. That's why I'm like, okay, that's probably why he's white. Because if he's the sun god, literally,
why isn't
if he's the sun god, why is he white?
Flames. And we still don't know what the color scheme was when we first saw
his hair on fire.
Fruit Awakening, where it was like that goo. We still don't know what really that was. It obviously wasn't fire. Yeah.
That was his hair melting, I'm pretty sure, or transforming to it. Obviously, you know, it's kind of
not as important.
Not as, but because I thought Luffy was just gonna have a full set of dreadlocks,
look like
rocking that.
He's gonna have dreads, and he was actually gonna look like the Nika god, or like what was it? There was the one that was the monkey god, honestly, and that's kind of what people thought he was gonna look like.
I have a picture. It was a fucking awesome fan art, bro. And I was like, honestly, I wish he kind of looked like this instead of fucking how he looks now. But I love how he looks now. Obviously, I wouldn't trade.
Approach. People were really like upset how goofy it was, but people don't remember that this is One Piece. Like, and it's perfect for Luffy. Like they even say it's the most ridiculous power in the world. That's because he can literally do
and that's why
whatever he wants.
Good.
Oda confirmed it that the limit is his imagination. But I don't think Luffy knows that this is the case. It's been implied, like, this is why he wins a lot of fights that he shouldn't, is because he really believed that he could. It was really the fruit that was allowing that to happen. Because there really is so many times where Luffy should die. And I know you can argue plot armor, but I kind of feel like that was being foreshadowed.
That's the thing, though. Like, I believe that Luffy's fruit is like whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. He has the properties of rubber, but I believe that's only because he thinks it's rubber.
He was told, dude, he was told it was rubber.
He does it because, yeah, I believe because his fruit has always been the Nika fruit. It's always been. It's like, if you really think about it, he has transformations. He's a Zoan. Like, he's a mythical Zoan. Like, he has transformations. And yeah, it could be explained to being rubber. But why would, hear me out, why would on his Snake Man form, he has the clouds of a mythical Zoan? And nobody
said it.
Nobody ever even
how the heck did he
that.
make his body hotter with Gear 2? That's not what rubber can... Like, rubber, obviously when you stretch it, it gets kind of hot in the middle. But he doesn't really stretch anything. He just wanted to be stronger, so he did become stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, he was... I think what he's doing is, like, scientific, right? He's blood donating, right? But that's not possible in the human body.
If I want to get
obviously, even
faster,
if you're rubber,
I have to make my blood start pumping a lot more. I have to make my body heat up.
Yes. That's the thing. And that, like, even if he was rubber, he can't do that. You can't control your
I
blood
remember people
flow.
saying that's like,
and that's the thing. That's why I was like, all right,
blood cells or something like that. And I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Like that. That's probably the only thing. One of his only transformations besides Snake Man that made sense. That didn't make. Well, Snake Man made sense. It just didn't make sense that
what had
he
never
had
made
mythical
sense?
Zoid.
The fact that he would blow into his finger and in his arm, and that's what blew himself up. I don't think he's actually biting into himself and blowing in through a wound or a puncture. That is him just being like, oh, I'm just gonna blow this, and my body's just gonna. But like, I don't think he actually knew. I think it's just because he thought that would happen. It happened. It's like, dude, he didn't
it's like
bite
he's
into
rubber.
his arm and
So it's
fill
like,
up his
all right, I
muscles
can.
with air for Gear 4. No, that didn't happen. He just was like, oh, if I can blow into my hand and make my hand bigger, why can't I do it with my muscles? And he just did it.
Yeah, no. And it's pretty wacky if you think about it. I mean, none of it makes sense, logically speaking. If you really think about it, like it makes sense that his fruit was always the Nika fruit, and it was never rubber to begin with. That's just what he thinks it is. Like he can probably have ace, and that's the thing. That's why he has fire powers too. Like I feel like if he was able to control that fire, he'd be able to shoot it like Ace does.
He still doesn't.
But it's like
he doesn't know. We
are
the only ones who know, and then obviously
And I don't think he'll ever know. Like until like maybe Nika reveal, like not Nika, Emu reveals it. Like, oh, your fruit is the girls say like, oh, your fruit is the Nika fruit. Your fruit isn't actually rubber. And this, that, and the third. Then he tries experimenting with it because it shows time and time again. Like he's able to use lightning with his fucking
that
4-axe move.
That shit when he grabbed the lightning out of the sky. God damn, bro. That shit was so raw.
Like, yeah. That's why that wouldn't make much more sense. That if his power wasn't even rubber to begin with, it's just what he thought is rubber, which would make because like the way his fruit is fucking said how it is, it's like it's not actually like it doesn't have the properties of anything. It's a god fruit. It's a god zoan. So why would a god zoan have the properties of rubber? So I definitely I'm a firm believer that it's just like
god, sun god, Nika fruit.
Yeah, it's just that he can do anything
just because it's the god.
Because Sun God Nika was for the people. He was basically
even when they
showed
him off in Skypiea, which fuck everybody who skipped Skypiea because it's like the most important one. That's where we first saw it. Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah, but like Skypiea wasn't even
literally
that
just read the manga,
to be honest.
or watch that fucking. The movie isn't that good, or just watch.
Why is it a thing to skip Skypiea? Like people who don't even watch the series skip fucking Skypiea. Why is that a thing? I've never known it's always only Skypiea. Like I'd rather skip fucking.
NL was such a good villain.
Honestly, I'd rather fucking skip Dressrosa's arc than fucking Skypiea. Because it's like Skypiea actually has significance.
We learned about
it tells a story. Dressrosa is like, okay.
We know that guy's important because Totland worshipped him. For whatever the names were, they worshipped him. They knew about him.
Yeah.
And they just associated Savior with Nolan.
And it's like, people have been talking about the 4 gods that were introduced, the sun god, the moon god, all of that. People have been talking about them. It's just like they never thought that it would be like something super significant. They just thought it was just like names for people. Now that Luffy got his fruit, it's like, oh shit,
that
Luffy's the sun
giants
god.
Worship a sun god. So I definitely think they're gonna hear about it. And the reason they're gonna go to Elbaf is because they're gonna be either the giants are gonna hear about it and they're gonna seek out Luffy, or Straw Hats are going to go there, and then Luffy's going to get into a confrontation with a giant. He's going to go Gear 5, go into his giant form, and they're just going to instantly know who it is. I mean, oh, you're the sun god. Because when he goes there, it's going to be daytime. In front of the sun, he's going to have his orange flame form. That's what it's going to be. That's my theory. He's going to get into a confrontation, and then it's going to be revealed.
Yeah.
That they already know who it is. They've been expecting him. And that's they get accepted there.
Honestly, because when Yeah, you haven't seen Film Reds,
That
but
they show Gear 5?
I'm not sure if you know about it. Yeah, when they show it, it's like it's blurred out. Like you don't like. It's not. It's all
Well, I
white.
think that
But
they
I
made
mean,
it
that's
white
because
because
Shanks
at
is
the
white.
time the colors
Because it's
weren't
like
a thing yet.
they no, it's because they wanted the fucking they kind of tried to make it low key. Like it was like a one frame, not a
I'm
one
pretty sure
frame, but like
it was like
not
3
even a
seconds.
1
He
second
just went into the
transformation.
transformation and then they clashed.
Yeah, like if you wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention,
I
it
saw
kind of looked like
someone
he went
saying
into
it. Like I
Snake
saw
Man
a clip
because
and
of
someone's
the
like, "Oh, bro, no, that's not
like,
Gear 5. That's Snake Man." I was like, if you look at it, it does not look like Snake Man. He stayed in his regular shape.
yeah, like because he didn't even say Gear Fifth. He never said Gear Fifth. He just transformed into it because I think what's happening was the movie was probably supposed to come out after the Wano series and the Wano anime ended.
I think
Like
either
the
it's
series, the
that
saga, of the anime
or
ended. But
you know
I'm
it's a
guessing.
Japanese movie, so and everyone in Japan reads the manga, so they would
Oh yeah,
just be
and
hyped as hell because they already know what it is and they want to see it animated. But
yeah, and that too. But I'm glad that they didn't because like it was both Shanks and Luffy. Well, you know how in anime they have like everything's white. You know, like
yeah.
it's all white. Everything's white. They're attacking the colors and shit. You know, so that's why it was all white. You know, I'm glad because they were in a different dimension
I
too.
don't even
I
know the
didn't watch the
context of
movie. I
the
was just
movie.
watching clips. 'Cause I was like, I
Don't know. Literally, all I'm hyped for is that
yeah, I
fight,
can't even
and
wait
that's it.
until October.
That's really what I'm going for. Like, it's gonna be cool to see it.
Yo, bro, there's so much. Yo, honestly, I've seen good clips. Like, bro, I don't even want to
I've
tell
seen
you,
a
bro.
few
Like, I'm not
clips of
sure if
them
you know or
fighting.
seen them or not. That's all I know.
Have that shit
Like
where
Shanks.
like he formed a dragon or something, or like a tiger. Which I hope they are not spoiling Shanks' moveset right now.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not canon, but I feel like they are kind of like in the Pirate Warriors where they like spoiled a lot of shit.
Yeah, bro, listen. Pirate Warriors had that shit to the fucking T
Pirate
with
Warriors
what
spoiled
Shanks'
a lot more
abilities
shit.
are, bro. Like, just think about it. In the manga, he uses, look, think about it. In the manga, right? He
Oh, the
uses his
lightning.
lightning, his fucking
Fucking
Conqueror's
Burning
Hockey
Blood had that
lightning.
shit
Only
in
he
there
can
before
control.
that was even a thing that was being shown. The black and red lightning.
Exactly, bro. Like in only Shanks could use it. Like he could control his lightning, but the Pirate Warriors they made it seem like Shanks could like physically control his Conqueror's Hockey lightning wherever he wants it to go. And lo and behold, in the manga, he shoots Green Bull with a paralyzing Conqueror's Hockey lightning. Like, whoa. Oh my god, bro. And with his sword too, like he could control his Conqueror's Hockey lightning, bro. It's he's a true hockey master, bro. Like he's a true hockey master, bro. That's why if Burning Blood comes out with like not Burning Blood, if Pirate Warriors 5 comes out with like fucking Shanks' like full move set, like a new move set, bro. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's definite. Or someone important.
And like, uh,
Because Pirate Warriors like
speaking
fuck
of
out of you.
games, we got One Piece Odyssey, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that hyped for it anymore. I saw
I'm not,
the
I'm not, I
gameplay,
mean,
and I know it's
it's
still
a
technically not complete. I was just like, this looks clunky as hell.
it'll be good if you're an RPG fan, like a Final Fantasy RPG guy. That's basically what it is, like One Piece Final Fantasy, a turn-based
That's
matchmaking.
like
You know,
good
if you're into that, you'll love the
conditionally
game.
for me. I'm
Like
not a
One
big
Piece.
like I can sit through a whole RPG and not get bored. There are a few like in Earthbound. There's the Mother series. I can do that because it's got enough to make it its own thing. Like Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but it's just like
One Piece.
with One Piece, bro.
You can't make One Piece turn
It's
based,
just like
bro.
with
It's
One
gotta
Piece.
be just fighting.
You expect so
They
much more
trademarked
from
it,
a
One Piece
One Piece
Odyssey.
game,
That's
but
all
it's
we
like
knew at the time. They
turn
didn't
based.
reveal anything, and all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, it's a game that's coming out. They still didn't reveal that much. All we knew that it was an RPG, which you could go any way with that. It could have been like a Kakarot type thing.
Yeah, but they choose like. Well, that's the thing I'll give One Piece games.
Oh yeah, they try
They're
to
very diverse, like very.
recreate.
They're not like Dragon Ball games where it's like 99.9% fighting games, and then it's like 1% Dragon Ball Breakers.
I mean, like One Piece had a
But
lot of fighting ones, but like
it's a blessing and a
haven't
curse.
been good.
Or fighting.
I stand by Burning Blood just
They're
being
not
ahead
like
of its time because its matchup system was so good. Like it's rock paper scissors type,
yeah.
like setup, but it works for One Piece, right? You got Haki, you can fight a Logia. You got Logia, you're pretty much immune until you run out of your ability. You obviously can't hold it forever, type thing. And then it had obviously Shanks' Haki. It had the Red Lightning Haki before that was even an established thing. It had basically Wano Zoro. He basically had Enma with his Purgatory Onigiri.
Oh yeah, I told you that, man. I was like, yo, bro, look at like why is Zoro fucking using Ashura on every fucking move? And I'm like, oh yeah, Pirate Warriors. And like, oh behold, he brings it back. That's another thing about Ashura. I'm not sure if you're into Hinduism or the true meaning like behind the whole Ashura demon god. Yeah, but I mean, I read it only because of what this theory was I was making. It's because obviously Ashura, he's a demon god, and parallel to that is Indra. It's basically Ashura and Indra. Like he's the what's it called? He's just a people god type shit, bro. And I feel like how One Piece is going to do this and how they're going to explain this. Zoro, he has the Ashura. Like it's not like it's an illusion thing where it's like it looks like he has 9 heads. Because like they was like, even when he first used it, they was like, why do you have 9 heads type shit? So when he first used it, they seen that he has 9 heads. So I believe that Zoro has some sort of like demonic energy where he's able to tap into this shit. And Mihawk, he has some sort of angelic energy where he can tap in this Indra power. The Indra, he has more than 3 arms too. So it's like it would be so fucking cool. And Mihawk, because Mihawk is more of a religious figure. He has crosses. The religious symbolism is there. Like he even fights with a fucking cross sword. So it would make much more sense. Mihawk sees Zoro has tapped into the power of Ashura or some shit. He's like, all right, that. He tapped into Idra type shit, bro. Yeah, pulls out I think it's six armed. Because I know Zoro's is 3-headed, 9-sword style. And Idra only has 3 arms. No, he has 4 arms and 2 heads. Yeah, because it would symbolize a cross. So that would make much more sense. Because like just to have Zoro with the power of Ashura, without Indra being in the story, it would just be like wow. And the parallels are there. I mean, the Mihawk in the chapter, he was like, he's the marine hunter back in the day. Zoro, he was the pirate hunter back in the day. The parallels are definitely there. And I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait to see Zoro.
Zoro needed a lot more.
Because I know
in Wano. He did get a lot, but he definitely needed a lot more. And he's been needing a lot more.
Well, yeah, I mean, he definitely needed that boost because we're coming up on the final saga, which honestly, in One Piece terms, is like the next 6 years.
Teased his lineage in Wano, and we never
Wano
really got more of that.
Yeah, like Wano was 4 years of an arc.
The thing,
like just Wano
that's where
itself.
I can get behind. Where people like obviously Wano was a really great arc, but it definitely has its flaws.
Well, I mean, anime arcs, the Great Ninja
Yeah.
War arc lasted 3 in Naruto, like in real time. So I mean, because that was a major arc. Naruto was a major arc too, so I can see why. The Great Ninja War arc lasted 3 entire years, and that's just the Great Ninja War, like the part where they all come into the last war type shit. Not even like the interlude where Madara first got revealed and fucking the Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance and all that, because that would be an additional year. It would be 4. But I'm just counting the Great Ninja War. And people don't really people always try to slam their One Piece. Like, oh, Wano was 4 years. Like, yo, bro, the Great Ninja War was
Naruto
made
fans
4
just are
years
trying to
too.
find
Bro.
any
Like,
reason
I don't understand where you're
to
coming from.
cope that it's not that good. Like, everyone I know that actually checked out One Piece
Because
that was a big fan of
they
Naruto
bought,
can admit it's better.
because they're coping, bro. It's copium, bro. They can't accept the fact that One Piece is better. And it's like it's in the West. It's a Western thing. In Spain, I've seen it, bro. My friend comes from Venezuela, bro. His favorite anime is One
Everywhere, like,
Piece. He's like, oh yeah,
except the
down there,
U.S., One Piece is
One
just
Piece.
on top. It's just the U.S. is, like, got so many bandwagon people that they stick to what they feel comfortable with, and that's it. I don't want to watch One Piece because it's too long. I don't want to watch it because of the anime. It's always a reason.
Bro.
It's never, like, the actual content.
Like my boy Luis, man, he came from Venezuela like 2 years ago, still learning English. And we bonded over One Piece. I was like, yeah, bro. One Piece down there is like it's like Naruto over here. Like it's like you see One Piece shirts, you see One Piece merch, all that. And it's like wow, like and it's just like it's much different down there in South America than it is over here because One Piece takes over down there too. It's basically the Naruto over here. Like everyone's talking about One Piece. Everybody loves One Piece down there more than like other anime. And it just goes to show like Western people only think in a Western dynamic. They try to pull up anime sales, not sales. Try to pull up anime watch times. Right, from 2020. It was like Naruto was the number 1 anime watched in worldwide in 2020. I was like, okay, pull up Naruto 2022.
Dang, bro. Like,
It's
the cope
obviously
is
not.
just so fucking. You can cut it, bro. It's so thick. It's like,
Bro,
Bart, they get so like
bro,
upset when you bring up fucking Baruto's filler count. Like, no, bro, you don't understand, bro. It's like there wasn't much of a story, like, bro. But I swear the manga's better. I'm like, okay, buddy.
And that's what we say. That's literally what we say. But bro. The one thing about Boruto fans, they're always like, "Oh, One Piece is too long. All of it's filler."
Bro, One Piece,
like, bro, you
filler
haven't even watched the series.
Is really
90%
like
of One Piece
there's so little of it. There really is not that much.
Because it's a big. Honestly, I'd rather watch an anime that has long ass episodes, not even long episodes, where the anime is just paced out, right? But it's the story. Then watch half an arc, and then the entire season 3 and half of season 4 of Naruto, 60 episodes in total, were filler, bro. Like it was introducing bullshit ass characters, bullshit ass powers, with a bullshit ass storyline. Don't even get me started on Boruto.
It's not even
its
like
filler arc
Naruto is just
now.
trying to be something that it just can't be. Like, they're going as far as to do a character assassination of a lot of already established characters just for the sake of, promoting these new characters that nobody cares about. I can name Boruto and, like, Sarda, and that's it. I can name those two. That's it. That's the only new characters I know. I know there's one kid that's, like, blonde and kind of looks like it's Naruto. That's it. I know that. Apparently he's a big deal, but I don't care enough to, check it out. I'll be honest, I did try to read the manga at first. But it's just not good. Similar to Naruto Naruto was good at first. It kind of fell off. Like, after Chunin exams. I know that's like really big to say, but in my opinion, it fell off. It came back with a pain arc and then the Madara stuff, but no. Bro, once you do killing everybody, bringing them back, killing people, bringing them back, it gets old.
I was a big fan of Naruto too, man. It's just like, yeah, this is coming from an unbiased standpoint because I've watched Boruto, I've given it a shot, and I've caught up to the Momoshiki arc after Naruto and Sasuke. Basically, after like a couple episodes after Naruto went fucking. Well, what's that mode? What's that mode that the Naruto fans always hype up, bro? Forgot the VG.
Where he can like make people feel pain or
Baryon mode Naruto. It was good.
Yeah, bro. That was the reason why someone said that Naruto beats Tier 5 still. I'm like, you're a dumbass.
This copium, bro. They try to say that chakra
literally,
and Haki is the same.
You can argue fights where Haki isn't being used, but if we're really talking like Haki in general, Conqueror's Haki, Luffy shows up, looks at Naruto, and he's done.
Exactly. Well, Naruto has the Conqueror's Haki is more of a willpower thing. Naruto has a good willpower, so I could see Naruto standing, but advanced Conqueror's Haki, where he's able to punch them without even touching them.
Punch someone with arm and Haki, and then their insides explode.
And Rio. Look, all Luffy needs is Rio, bro. Like, advanced armament, bro. Because he doesn't even need to touch them already. Not even the Conqueror's Code. Right? That breaks you from the inside, no matter how durable you are. That's how he's only able to pierce Kaido's scales. Kaido has one of the greatest durability in the entire show at the moment. And the only way to pierce his scales is through advanced Conqueror's coding and Rio. Like, even Law took a huge gamma knife and pierced, like, not even through his scales, it was through his skin part. And even then, that didn't even phase Kaido. Like, in the anime, it looked like, oh, Kaido got shocked. But in the manga, he got shocked and got back up.
He's for real just that guy in One Piece.
Oh,
even
definitely.
His backstory, he was just a little punk-ass kid, and he was just fucking people up.
Yeah. Like, Kaido, I mean, he's a monster, bro. Like, Kaido's insane. Honestly, I really wish they kind of stayed with the super hyper-realistic, detailed Kaido that they first had when they introduced him, where he was this huge, humongous, and black-eyed. I
won't lie when people say that Kaido is definitely less menacing in
episode after episode.
But that's because you can't really give anime that grainy manga look without, like, sacrificing a lot of things.
Like, even in the manga sometimes, it's just the way that they have him now. Like, when he was first introduced, that super hyper-realistic, grainy, muscly, pure muscle, not 1 ounce of fat Kaido that has his eyes blacked out. That Kaido, that's Kaido right there. Like, when you think of Kaido, that's Kaido. That's how the people in One Piece see it. Like, Kaido is that guy, bro. He's that fucking guy. Like, that's how he should look. Super huge, super menacing. And that's the one thing about One Piece that I don't like, is that their size composition, like, one episode Kaido is fucking as tall as the Eiffel Tower. One episode, he's like half the size of Luffy. Like, Luffy's half the size of Kaido. It's like,
when he was first introduced, you were just like, oh,
yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Giant. No.
Kaido's a giant fucking monster. Like, bro jumped from Skypiea at first.
He tried to kill himself and he can't. The only person who we know that could kill him himself couldn't even do it.
And that's the thing, like, it's just, if you look at how big he was then, it's like,
he was just a force of nature.
I gotta watch this shit. I gotta look at this shit. Like, I gotta look at that. I gotta look at that clip because it's like, he was fucking giant, bro. Like, like his hand, like when he fell from the ground, and I think that's one thing about the old Toei animation is that whenever they drew people like that, and when Katakuri got first introduced, he looked like that too. And that's one thing I liked about it. They made him look extra fucking menacing because when he fell out, when he got out that hole, he was just massive. Like,
I wish
massive.
Kind of like, you know how we see in Pirate Warriors where they are actually fucking massive? I love how they did that, and they didn't try to downplay them.
Yeah.
Make them smaller for the sake of, gameplay. Nah, they are just big-ass motherfuckers walking around demolishing.
Like, bro, this Kaido is Kaido, bro. Like, this motherfucker is huge, bro.
Oh, you literally look at Kaido reveal.
This is the Kaido
that's
that
exactly
I wish,
what
like,
you know.
If they...
Okay, here. I'm about to show this.
Look at this. Look at this photo, essentially, bro. This is my Kaido, bro.
It's literally the picture I was about to send. Literally.
This is my Kaido right
that's
there.
Kaido.
That's Kaido.
That is the bro. Holy.
Like not this Kaido
The one they
right
first
here.
showed?
This Kaido is
Where the green
pre-time skip. This should be pre-time skip Kaido. Like this Kaido, he's menacing, but that Kaido right there, that's fucking Kaido, bro. Like, he's bulky, he's lean, he's muscular. He looks like he's ready to just fuck shit up.
Fucking pre-time skip.
Oh, bro, yeah, that's when he first got introduced, right? Bro, like, this Kaido right here, bro. That's Kaido right there, bro. Like, look at him.
Okay, to be fair.
I mean, it is what we got.
Fair,
it's
in
just
the manga,
the animation style
he's
improved to the point where
smaller in the manga, but he was still menacing.
Like, I want Kaido with his eyes blacked out, like how it was in this whole episode. Like, there was not one scene. I think that's what it is, bro.
Definitely.
Kaido needs his eyes blacked out, bro. Because when he has his eyes normal, bro, he just looks like a fucking not an Indian. It's like a fucking like a massive tribal guy. He doesn't look that menacing, bro. Like, if he just had his eyes blacked out, like how he does.
In my opinion, the color's way too bright. It makes him stick out more than I feel like he should. Yeah, like, I get that.
Yeah.
But, like...
Well, he's a dragon, obviously. Like, and that's the thing, though, like, they made his hybrid form look crazy.
It does,
when he first got introduced. Obviously, when they introduced him, like the blackout eyes, the blacked out eyes. Like, it's just, when you make One Piece villains, just always have their eyes blacked out. Like, characters like Kaido that are that nigga, bro. Like, Kaido was that guy, bro. Like, whether or not, like, this arc did him dirty or not. Because, I mean, it's Luffy. Like, Luffy needed to improve. So I give them that. But this Kaido looks menacing. This Kaido right here is a dragon, right? The anime kind of didn't do him justice like this color spread did.
Yeah, it's just...
Like, this
they did justice, like, when they...
Well, they did. The anime
animated that scene in 10-15. Fucking red, like, where he was...
That
they
red
actually had
scene.
a massive...
Yes, that red scene.
And, like, that's
where he was walking towards Luffy before Luffy and his conquerors.
I mean, that's really how he was set up to be.
That's how he should look all the time. That
kind of wish that honestly
evil.
We didn't see him rely on his devil fruit.
There's one thing.
I don't think he really needed it. To be real.
He wasn't. Honestly,
that.
he
like,
wasn't
he
really
just
relying
could have
on
been
his
a dragon the
much.
whole
His
time.
fruit, let's say, without. Like, because That's the thing. His hybrid form, yeah, gives him enhanced like strength, but he was already doing that, doing what he was doing in his hybrid form, in his normal form. He just did that because Luffy was obviously like he just kind of wanted to flex, like, yeah, you guys pushed me to my
Then when
hybrid.
Zoro
You
cut
guys
him,
are at
he's
least
like,
a
"You
bit
should be like
strong type
proud
shit.
that you even got a like fucking scar on me."
Yeah, like only Odin was able to scar him like that. I mean, I like what the anime did better
Like
than what they did in the manga
anime does sometimes
because
like
Zoro
there's
actually
more
scarred his.
that's actually needed to the scenes.
Yeah, with the Conqueror's coding, like they made it beautiful. But I honestly think that was just for the reveal. Because think about it. I mean, look how Conqueror's hockey looks now compared to how it used to look. It used to just be a blue screen with a boat
Yeah,
sound, the little shit,
that
man,
was
a boat horn.
with Shanks when
Hey,
he
that's
first did
how
it all the way
Conqueror's hockey
back
used to
in the
look.
very
Now look at
beginning.
it. It looks. Yeah, remember the blue. They always change Conqueror's hockey, how it looks. They always have different sound effects and
It
stuff
had
like
like
that. But
it
for the
started with
most
the
part, it
harp,
all looks the same now, and
then it
that's
had
how I
like
like it now.
the horror movie sound, and it got kind of like
Yeah,
electronic.
yeah. It started with with the red, right? The all red. That's how Shanks does it. I've never seen anyone else have Conqueror's hockey like that. And I think that's why everyone else, when they use Conqueror's hockey, the world turned blue, and they used to have that horn sound, that
Yeah,
boat horn sound. You know what I'm talking about. And then it's like, and then time stops for a bit. Now everybody has the same Conqueror's hockey, where it's like a telepathic. Yes, like that's Shanks'
and,
sound.
like that could mean
I've only
something,
seen
you know.
Shanks have that sound, and even then, like when he, that's because his hockey was just that supreme, bro. Like it's only a Shanks thing. I'm pretty sure Shanks right now has the hockey to like
Fucking
to
hockey
rival
man
Rogers.
Roger.
Roger,
He was
he's
just
even
that
been
guy.
confirmed in the manga.
Like
Roger, yo, but that's what I'm saying. Like people like try to downgrade Roger, be like, "Oh, Whitebeard could have beat Roger, this, that, and the third." Like
let's
I
be
genuinely
real.
believe that
He's the
full power
strongest man
bloodlusted. It was
because
Roger. He
Roger's
was sick.
dead.
Like
He's
Roger
the
was
strongest
sick,
man alive
bro.
because
When he
Roger's
fighted,
dead.
like Roger, like he had that title, but I don't believe that because that's only because Roger. That wasn't what Roger was going for in the story. Like that wasn't what Roger was going for. Like if Roger wanted to be the strongest man and have that symbol, because that's what Whitebeard was basically going for. He was going for strength and family. Roger just wanted to be the pirate king. And just think about it. Mihawk is the strongest swordsman, but I guarantee you there's people that's stronger
Yeah,
than
definitely.
Mihawk.
But then there was
Obviously, I mean, so
Shanks and Mihawk are
Zoro
rivals,
has to
and
be
that
the
it's
strongest
possible that
swordsman
Shanks
in
is
his
actually
crew
the
and Mihawk
strongest.
Cherokee.
He just doesn't have that title. He just doesn't want that title.
Exactly. I mean, Kaido, the strongest creature alive, right? Basically the same
I mean,
epithet
you
as
could
Whitebeard,
argue
just
that
creature,
Kaido
because
probably
he's
could
obviously
overtake
not a human.
Whitebeard. Or maybe
But I
not.
mean, that
I think Whitebeard is a little bit stronger. But I definitely think,
well,
yeah,
old
Prime
Whitebeard,
Whitebeard
yeah,
definitely
old
fucking
Whitebeard,
rocks his shit. 'Cause he was
old Whitebeard
on,
definitely. Oh yeah, Prime Whitebeard can
yeah,
bodies,
definitely.
Kaido. What? Not bodies, but like mid diff. I could see that happening. Because the old heads in the One Piece universe, they were still on a whole another level. Like we haven't we're almost to that point where it's like, okay, they were this strong. We're almost to that point. Like Kaido was a prime example of like how strong they were back then.
And we still don't really know because we
Like
still don't
what
know
their
what
power
happened to the
level
God
was.
Valiants.
Because the One Piece doesn't have power. Yeah, God Valley it had Prime Whitebeard, Prime Big. Well, not Prime. Big Mom is in her prime now. She's the strongest that she's been because of her soul. So she's in her prime, basically. But it had Prime Whitebeard, Young Kaido, which was very strong. He was breaking in and out of marine bases like it was nothing. Like fucking what's it called? Impelled Down, like lowest parts of Impelled Down. He got captured for fun. So he was definitely up there. Even if he wasn't like how he's strong he was now, he was definitely like fucking Odin level at that time. And I'm a firm believer that Kaido would have still beat Odin had he not
I think he underestimated him.
what's it called? Had he not, yeah, Kaido definitely underestimated Odin, but people underestimate Kaido because Kaido wasn't even in his fucking hybrid form. Like he was in his dragon form, one of his like his lowest points. It's super slow. It's not fast. You know, it's a huge monster type thing. And then it's been shown time and time again. That's why he was like, all right, these guys are too fast for my dragon form. I gotta transform into my hybrid so I can get a little speed boost. Because I mean, they were speed blitzing him, bro. I mean, he didn't really have the leverage. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Kaido could have just easily hopped in hybrid in one time. But that's the thing, though. If you think about it, that was a Kaido that was basically like a couple years fresh off the rocks Pirates.
Yeah, I definitely think
because
that's true.
they found
definitely
Shanks at God Valley
you still can't explain why the fuck that they have a kid
when he was a baby.
Then
they found
is
Shanks
really
at
all
God
we
Valley.
have. Other than a few other Steves
and that's
God Valley.
And Kaido and that was only fucking that was only a couple years, not a couple, but a couple in One Piece years.
They
I mean,
live
people don't get old in
114
They're fucking
average,
units
or
when
something
they're
like
like
that, or
80
even
something
200
years old.
years.
Yeah, then the One Piece, the people live up. I have never seen somebody die of old age in One Piece, bro. I've never seen anyone die of old age. Fucking, what's it called? What's her name? Is 180 years old and she uses medicine to keep herself alive.
Yeah.
Chopper is the girl Chopper. She's near that. I don't know if she's 180, but I know she's at 150. I'm pretty sure. And she's in great shape. Like
Correa?
She can jump. She can fight.
I know her with
she can do all that.
Ra, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Correa. I know she's in her hundreds because she's in the anime. I don't know where, but she's in her hundreds.
She's 141.
And even them, like look at Queen Elizabeth, bro. Queen Elizabeth died at 96. Look at that, bro. And she's still able to fight, run, jump, all that. Just off of her medicine alone. And that's not even a far-fetched thing, bro. I'm pretty sure, like, Whitebeard was 100 something. Was he?
They definitely don't age things, because, bro, isn't Yamato,
people
like,
in One Piece
30?
have extended lives.
Close to 30? 25? Yeah.
No, Yamato's 25.
was kind of
She's
old.
close to Luffy's age. She's 25. Katakuri is 40. Katakuri is 40-some years old. I think it's just One Piece. I think their age gap, like their age, where they're considered an old ass man, where they can't move and they can't do shit really, to the point where it's like, okay, I'm old, like super old, is like 170. Because Katakuri was 40 years old and he looked like he was 20. He was in the best shape of his life, ripped, and he had the idealisms of a 20-year-old. He wanted to be perfect. He didn't have a very mature mindset. So I think One Piece people do age, and it's said that One Piece characters reach their prime around 40 anyway. So think about how Luffy is now. Like, he's only 20. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I want One Piece to have another time skip, because even the actors, they was like, they want, like, when Luffy gets old, because they said when Luffy gets older, they want to change the voices. She said that the Luffy's actor, she said that she doesn't
kind of like with Naruto.
Luffy to have that same voice when he's older. And she said when. Yeah, she said when he's older, basically. So it's like Luffy's definitely gonna be older down the line.
I think halfway.
And I feel like in this final saga, we could have a bit of that. Like, I don't see Luffy dying at the end of One Piece. Only
Now, I don't
because it
think
would
he
kind of
will
be a
die,
cop
but I
out.
do like
Like
that one idea of
that would be just basically
Brook
Roger.
telling the story of One Piece. But the problem with that is that I'm pretty sure he can still die, even if he's already a skeleton too, with the way his fruit works.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, he will
He has
definitely.
the
He's already
same
almost dead
lifespan.
if you
It's
really
not
think
like he
about it,
can.
because he was
It's not like
50
he's
when he
immortal.
died.
He
I'm
has the
pretty
same
sure,
lifespan.
and he's 88 right now, and I think he's 90 actually.
Yeah, he spent an additional. Yeah, so he's very old. Not very old, but he's not immortal. That's what I'm saying. Like he can die of old age in his bone form. He said that before. People get that mixed up. Like, Brook is immortal. Like, no, he's not. He could definitely die again. His fruit was just revived, and I guess it gave him the
Yeah,
powers of ice or something. I don't know. That's I still don't know how Brook can make fucking. There's a lot of
I
unexplained
just
shit in
think
One Piece.
that either
And I'm
we may or may not get one. I mean, they're already setting up like how the Straw Hats are gonna settle down, at least somewhat. Like Zoro has fucking what's her name? What was it? I
yeah,
think he
because
slept with her. Yori. It was Hiyori,
honestly, I
right?
want
Yori. Yeah.
who
Crazy.
Hiyori. Yes, Zoro. I want the Straw Hats to have that like shonen trope where it's like,
I
yeah,
think
we're
One Piece
we're
will
done
end.
fighting. Here's our
Like
kid,
they'll show where they're
like
at, but I don't
that
think they're
type of
gonna
stuff.
go farther than that. I think Oda he will. This is his thing. One Piece is his life, and I think when he ends it, he's not gonna want to try to bring it back because that would kind of ruin it. I definitely think he values telling a better story than that. And I know people say that
One Piece.
Oda doesn't care for relationships. When
Yeah,
he wrote in and made it seem like he didn't care, he was also really young. You know? But now he has, family. He's lived his life.
yeah,
He knows now. He knows the value of that. Its importance. Roger settled down, but it's implied that he still went out to sea, even when he had that lady.
yeah.
What's her
Roger
name?
just this is this is kind of how I want One Piece to end. I want them find the One Piece. They get
And they
older.
will.
They do their thing, settle down because the group will disband. It's basically been hinted at with the older drawings of the Straw Hats that Oda has been doing. And it's like, oh yeah, like whatever the Straw Hats are saying, like especially Usopp. This is crucial. When Usopp was he did a drawing when Usopp was like 40 something, or I
Yeah.
think it was like 60. He was like, man, I really do miss my crewmates or something like that. And all the other crewmates are like says something similar to that, like, oh man, those are the good times, this, that, and the third. So they definitely do disband because
Yeah, and
it only
that
makes
he's
sense. They
drawn
did their
dead
thing. They
characters,
want to live their
like if they
lives
were
now.
older, but I do still think that this is what he's planning. So.
And that's the thing with Sabo too, bro, because he drew Sabo older. He was like, I wasn't sure if this is. He's like, he said older, but something I forgot what it was. I can't say verbatim, but he was like, yeah, fucking, um, this is how he supposedly is supposed to look when he's older. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with him in the future. So it's like, oh, that might be implying that Sabo might meet his
Yeah,
demise
I'm not.
soon, not
I know
soon,
people
but
are like,
down the
I
line,
don't want them to kill
which
off
will be
Sabo
alright.
because
I
it's just
wouldn't be
another
mad
Ace
with
type
Sabo
deal.
dying.
But
As long
I
as it's
wouldn't be upset if he didn't, because Ace's death was something that was meant to
yeah.
propel the story to feel like it make Luffy lose that sense of safety a little bit, but that comfort of knowing that he has family. Because for all he knew, after that point, he really only had Garp, and Garp was pretty absent. I mean, he did learn that Dragon was his father, but I remember at
Yeah, that's
post Ennie's lobby, he had an argument with Garp about him not caring about his dad.
That's the thing though, because he cared so much about his brothers that he kind of didn't think about his family, which is on his crew. His crew is his real deal family, and that's what made Jinbei remember. That's really the significance of it, because he's like, that these are your real family, your real crew. These are your brothers and sisters, your family, your real ones. So it's like,
Yeah.
if he doesn't have anyone, he still has his crew,
Yeah.
and that's why he appreciates them much more. And honestly, if you think about it, the Straw Hats,
Yeah.
from outside looking in, because we know how they operate, obviously, but outside looking in, like, the Straw Hats are a very scary crew. Like, they have Zoro, Jinbei, Sanji, all their feats and how
That was
fast they're
known
going in the
even
world.
when
Very,
time
very
skip happened,
scary.
when we had the fake Straw Hats. Like, even then they were like, they wanted to join the crew rather than not, but just be outside of it. And then obviously Luffy has a lot of respect around the world, and I think that is important. I'm not saying they're gonna pull like a cliche. Everywhere he's ever been, they're gonna show up and support. I think that's left to the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, but because they're counting that now, the Navy counts that, and I do think they are important, because they even showed up in Pirate Warriors for that ending. But I think that his importance with being seen as someone who frees places and then the Joy Boy stuff, that will have some importance on the story, but I don't think anytime soon. He will inspire people to, like, reject the world government,
Yeah.
and that's really how they're gonna win. Because all we know, I mean, like, so pirates, obviously they do some bad shit. For all we know, Luffy's gonna change that image, and then be like, the government's kind of fucked up too. Like, people already around the world don't like the government. Not everyone does like the Marines, the world government, but so the majority opinion is that pirates are bad, because that's what they've been told. I wouldn't even really say the
It's
Marines,
really
because
the
they
government,
think they're doing the right thing. I mean, they do some fucked up shit, but most of the time, I think they're doing the right.
Well, the Marines are definitely villains, bro. Them niggas mass genocide people fucking daily.
Buster Call.
Like, them niggas will destroy a fucking a race if deemed worthy. The Buster Calls, bro. Like, that's some evil shit. Them niggas don't play, bro. And that's why it's like, yeah, they're very, very corrupt, man. Like, to the point where it's sickening. And that's why I had hopes for Kobe, because I wanted him to. Kobe needs a devil fruit or some shit, bro, because he's obviously this hockey shit ain't working. Kobe needs a fruit, bro,
doesn't have
this
a
hockey
lot
shit ain't
of
working, bro.
arsenal. But
Because, like, it shows time again that, like, he isn't like he doesn't get as strong, bro. Like, he came back, not time skip, but he came back after a while and was just got
they
dogged
literally
by
met up after
Luffy
like a few
easily, bro.
fucking
Like, it
months.
wasn't even a challenge.
Like,
Yeah, bro, that was basically half a year. That's like
I
the
get
thing.
it's
Like,
supposed to be like,
how did Kobe
because
grow so much in that
he
like 1 year?
became stronger mentally. But yeah, that's still one of those things that's like, I don't know, a little
But
weird,
like, he
because
grew taller.
he was already not looking like a 16-year-old for his age. So looked like 10. Looked like a 10-year-old kid.
He's looking like a fucking like your typical shonen anime kid. Yeah, he looked like your typical shonen anime kid. Like, you feel me? Young, big eyes, naive,
Yeah.
and all that other shit. Reminded me of Kid Gohan.
Yeah. Shit. Honestly, I think he might die. I don't know.
Like that's
I
literally
think
how
Kobe
it reminded me of
might die.
Kobe. I want, brother. It's just like I feel like Oda doesn't even know what he's gonna do with Kobe, bro. Like he's not setting him up to be
Yeah, no.
a,
Yeah, he got
a
the cap,
bombastic ass character.
but
Like if he
that's
was,
like the
Kobe
last
would be
major
out
thing we've heard about.
defeating Bull.
Oh, he's a captain.
Like if Kobe was like being set out to be like a Garp character, he would be the hero. He would be a guy that's like he would already be on Luffy's level because they basically started at the same time. He became a Marine when Luffy became a pirate, basically. Like a full-fledged pirate. He got training at Garp early, at a young age. So he should and he
We
knows
can be
hockey too.
fair
It's not
right
like he
now.
doesn't
In
know
this
hockey.
chapter,
It's
he
just
didn't
like
get turned to stone,
he's
and
so
everyone else
weak.
did. We don't really know how that happened. Maybe he put up a fight, and if he put up a fight with Boa, that does say a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't really know how because he probably knows that the
Even
protocol
still,
of
like
Bo
he
and
didn't
like
get
not
hit
to be
by any
attracted to.
slave arrows. It looks like. That
Yeah, he knows Soru.
very
He knows the speed foot
I
technique.
feel that's kind of one of
As
the
I'm saying,
forgotten about
he's very
techniques in One
fast
Piece.
too.
Never addressed
Yeah, and
it,
Luffy
really.
still uses it. Everybody still does use it. They just never met it. Because Skywalk is an application of Soru, basically.
Yeah.
The one that Sanji uses. Luffy still uses it in Gear Second. He
I mean,
still uses it.
that is how
That's
he
basically how
moves
people move so
in the air
quickly
with
in
Gear
the
4,
series.
basically.
Yeah, Skywalk. So it's like it's a very important application in the show too. They just don't really touch base on that a lot, which is all right. But they need to improve Kobe, man. Like he did all
I
right
mean,
this
his
chapter, but
scene
it's
where
like
you see him
I
and you get that
expected
hype,
much more.
especially since it's like
Obviously, Blackbeard came
got a
through.
whole fleet with them. We're not really.
But even then, like I at least wanted him to do something that the Mihawk kid did. You see how he did? The
Dude,
Mihawk
Blackbeard
kid came
is
through and
scared
like
of the pacifista.
chopped that Blackbeard. Blackbeard wasn't
He
super phased,
genuine.
but he was like, "Oh shit!"
He is literally the pacifista has him
Like you feel
sweating.
me?
If you
He
look
was
on the
like,
panel, he is sweating. He sees the pacifista.
yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to say scared. I would be like, it's more of like a oh shit, this guy is much more stronger than I presume. Like oh my god, I gotta keep my guard up type shit. Like he pulled out hockey, like that. That's how strong he was. You feel me? So it's like I would have been satisfied if Kobe at least did something like that. Like he blitzed Blackbeard. You feel me? Oh shit, and then got captured. You feel me? Because it would have shown improvement. Kobe just he was just there to be there to be captured.
Yeah.
Like that's basically what it was. And that kind of very much upsetted me, bro. Because like, not only didn't he do
He's
shit
literally just
in this
there.
chapter, like I don't even think
Bro
he threw
is
a
just
single
can't
punch
do anything about
at
Blackbeard
someone.
with Boa too. He's straight up like, yeah, I know you don't want me to kill her, but I'm just gonna fucking kill her. And it's like, and Kobe's not doing anything until then
Yeah,
Rayleigh shows up and
like
saves
he
everybody,
didn't
and then
throw
obviously Kobe gets captured.
he didn't throw a punch. Like, bro, he literally didn't
He's
even
literally
throw a
just
single
there.
punch
I
in the
think he's
chapter.
like
I presume.
leading a
I'm
small
pretty
battalion,
sure.
but because he's with Helmeppo, and then everyone gets turned to stone.
Yeah, and all his battalion members that. Yeah, Helmeppo was the biggest fucking
And man, that was
joke of the series.
even when
Like,
he
why is
showed
he
up for
even
the
there?
first time. Everyone was just like, "What, man?"
I think Yeah, man. I think Helmeppo was just there because he was just a first villain, like, because he literally hasn't shown any improvement at all. And that's one thing I'm mad about with Kobe, bro. I was so hyped, I waited months just to see him get captured. Not even throw a fight, like not even throw a punch,
I mean,
and it was
okay, I'm
off
gonna be
screen too.
like fair to this chapter. I definitely think there's a reason they're not
Hopefully,
showing
next
Yamato.
chapter. Yeah, like I want Kobe to like hopefully next chapter like
Maybe
all
it
right,
will be like
Kobe at
another
least
chapter
had a
because
fight because he got
with
captured.
the
I
reveal of
mean,
Yamato not joining the
there
crew,
would be
and then
reason.
later on we found out why. So similar to that, I think it's gonna be questions are gonna be made, and then just gonna wait, and Oda's gonna pay it off later or answer it later.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like there would be no reason for him to like go with the Blackbeard pirates at all. Blackbeard's a very mischievous person, and he's a Marine. So I mean, that would obviously look bad on his part, and his teammates got left behind. So he definitely got captured. And that's not in the question right now.
The
It's just
status
like
is
how,
unknown, and we also don't
bro. That's what I want to know.
Did he put him in a pocket dimension? Is that something Blackbeard can do now? I know that, but
Um,
like that could
nah,
be
I think
could
unknown
read more
status
into it,
unknowns.
and
We're like
maybe that
not sure
means
if he's dead or alive yet because they.
that also is like, is he dead or not? They don't know. And he's not dying off screen, but
Yeah, he's not dead.
I
If
think
they
people
kill
might
Kobe,
start believing that he is dead.
this I feel like what they're gonna do is a reverse
You think he wants to
Marineford
start another war?
situation with Blackbeard. This is why he's capturing Kobe, like a reverse. Yeah, he's gonna try to deliberately start another war to get a devil fruit,
Ooh,
something like that. Get
Ainu,
somebody. It's probably a
Garu.
Marine's devil fruit, like a Kainu or something. Like, and that would be very good. Blackbeard's like, oh, this, that, and the third. We have Kobe starts a whole Marine war trying to get Kobe. But that's the thing, though.
Well,
The
yeah, I feel the
Marines, they're
Marines are
like,
just not gonna give a
they're
shit,
not
and I
like
think
pirates.
Luffy's gonna go
Pirates
save
are
them.
like family to each other. Like, fucking, like, that's the thing, though. That will lead to the conflict. Because Blackbeard obviously isn't the final villain in the series. That's Emu. But she or he is being set up to be that final villain.
He's really
Blackbeard
just
is just like that final
Luffy's,
war
like,
villain, just like how
he has to
Madara
overcome
was in
that.
Naruto. He was that final war villain. Now he's that final war villain. Like, oh yeah, we're in a war right now. So like, this is the guy. He's that guy. But we have somebody else stronger coming. Type shit. And I feel like their war arc is going to be very similar to Naruto, how it's structured. Like, what's his name? Not Blackbeard, Madara. He was the strongest guy there, now wiping everybody out. I don't think it would be like that. I think it would be very equal,
Here's the question though:
very
is are
dynamic,
we gonna be
because
losing
One Piece
major
has better
characters
world
in this
building,
said war?
and it's like, probably. I don't think any Straw Hats are dying. Probably Jinbei and most, because he's the least important.
Zoro definitely
But
wouldn't
Sanji would
die.
have to fulfill his
I
dream
could I could honestly see
before.
Usopp dying. I know that's kind of like
Yeah,
cliche, but I could
Zoro's the
definitely see
main
him
character.
like finally becoming what he wanted to be, the brave warrior of the sea, and trying to take down like people play Usopp
Mhm.
off as a joke,
It's
but I definitely think it's already implied that his observation hockey is what gave him inspiration for his like lies. With all the shit that happens to him, that's literally what he said happened to him. But
yeah, that's the thing though. Like the thing about Usopp is that'll probably be the best way to go for it because we're in the final saga and he hasn't done shit. Like literal dog shit. Like Usopp hasn't had a
observation.
good moment since Dressrosa when he locked his Conqueror's hockey. Not Conqueror's observation. He is nowhere near his father's expectation, like his father right now. And I think there's people like, oh, you don't know how Shank's crew is. Mihawk, not Mihawk. Shank's crew is divided up into 4 members.
Shanks, Beckman,
basically. He has the other
Lucky
people,
Roo,
but he has
Yasop.
4 commanders, which is Shanks, Beckman, Lucky Roo, and Yasop. So, I mean, to have a crew with the 4 powerhouses just being those guys, and Yasop is one of them. He might be the least strongest, but he's definitely up there as in a powerhouse.
Kizaru was
Uncle
scared
Commander
of Ben
level
Beckman.
type shit.
I'm pretty sure he figured out how to infuse bullets
like,
with hockey or something. So,
exactly.
like, he has that guy on his crew. I guarantee you Yasop has a similar, loadout.
Yasop even has probably even better. I mean, I'm pretty sure, what's his name? Ben Beckman has advanced conquerors. I mean, it would just only make sense since he's the what's it called? Since he's the commander, the second in command in a Yonko crew. It's only fucking plausible that he has advanced coding. Someone like Shanks. So that'll probably be why his bullets are much elevated, because he can infuse his bullets that don't even need to touch people with Conqueror's coding. And that's the thing, bro. Like Usopp, it's been over 1,000 chapters, and they haven't done shit with him.
Nami has had a lot.
He's literally weaker than Nami. Like, if you think about it, Nami has Zeus. Nami, bro, fucking Nami, like the person who's supposed to be the weakest on the crew, the navigator. She's just a navigator, like.
Yeah.
She's realistically speaking, she's supposed to be the weakest. She has much more.
She doesn't even have hockey.
Than fucking what's it called, Usopp, bro. That's what I'm saying. They better.
If next arc is
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it has to
they
be
should
for Usopp.
Next arc, bro. It should what's it called? Elbath. It has to be a training arc, a super Usopp has to go through some training, because bro, when Usopp after the time skip, he came back, he was buff.
Bro, he literally
was all this. I was like, oh my god, Usopp! Like, Usopp is that nigga now, bro. Look at him now. Look at him now, bro. Usopp Usopp lost every ounce of muscle, a fucking muscle that he had. I want Usopp to have.
What if we have
in Elbath? If it's not Elbath where he gets stronger, I want him.
Then meets back up with the Straw Hats.
Well, the Straw Hats need Usopp though. Like, they need him. Like, he's the sniper of the crew. No matter how shitty he is, it wouldn't be an arc without Usopp. Usopp is that guy, bro. Like, he's the comedic relief too. You feel me? It would be weird for him to leave. Now, what I want him to do, I want him exclusively him.
Or but maybe during the arc he goes off to train, and obviously they'll have their usual. There's a big bad that they got to take out, and then he comes and proves that he's worthy enough to take him out. It's definitely going to be a training arc.
I believe Elbath will be not too bad. It's probably going to be something like I think it's not going to be a short arc, but something shorter. Like, I want it to be because Wano is very important to the story, but I believe Elbath, it's more of a reverie. It's going to go into the history of Loki and the giants and stuff like that, while simultaneously training Usopp. There obviously is going to be a baddie, and Luffy's probably going to have to go in Gear 5. Probably another Yonko crew or someone that takes over tries to, and that would be cool. But I want Usopp to get gravely dangered, like lose an arm or something, right? That would be really wake him up to be like, okay, I've been riding on. Like, I want his crew. Like, this is what I want. Yeah. I want something
Oh,
like
he was punishing
how
Usopp for
Frankie
no
fucked him up
fucking reason.
in that arc,
Yeah,
because
put him in a
without his
pack.
crew, yeah, bro, like I want them to do how they did him. He fucking he trusts the Giants, right?
Yeah.
The Giants, they teach him stuff, not teach him. He trusts the Giants, right? But then the Giants secretly hate humans. They hate the human race. And they just fuck him up. Like they trust like the crew trusts Usopp to stay with the
Oh,
Giants,
shit.
while they do something probably, right? Because Usopp wants to stay, and then it turns out that the Giants are evil, right? And they just fuck him up, like beat his ass, like the worst ass whooping he's possibly ever had. And this will be a defining moment for Usopp,
Straight
because
up
he's
never meet
always
your
wanted to
heroes
learn
type
about the
shit.
Giants, and he's always wanted to go to Elbaf and this, that, and the third.
Yeah, because their only
The
interaction with
immediate hero
giants
is just to get
was giants that were away from
destroyed by
Elbaf for
them,
hundreds of years.
lose his arm. Yeah, that's seeing humans and this, that, and it would make much sense that giants hate humans too. It would make a lot of sense, because giants aren't used to humans, and them pretty. It would be like, oh, the humans had a bad history with the giants, this, that, and the third. And it would be cool. Obviously, there's some exceptions like that marine giant, but you rarely ever see giants interacting with humans. It would be cool if they hated humans, and that's why they wanna kill the Straw Hats and stuff like that. They're gonna try to get them, and Usopp would be a main target, and they fuck him up, and it's like, damn, Usopp just got fucking, and his crew wasn't there to save him. They trusted the Giants, they trusted them, and the crew doesn't know about this, and Usopp has to
Yeah.
train himself or something. I want this to be an Usopp arc, bro. I want Usopp to get changed for the better this arc, and the only way to do that is not through nice means, not through, oh, here's hockey, here's this, that, and the third. It's through traumatized. Like you get through trauma, bro. I mean, Luffy, when they got stronger through his trauma,
Because he had to that was his real
you feel me?
wake-up call.
Through his
He
training,
couldn't
because of his
save his
trauma.
brother.
Exactly, his a wake up call. He realized, like, yo, that's the thing. That's the thing. Usopp was like, okay, my crew was nowhere near to help me, and I couldn't even defend myself.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, it was probably the weakest giants out of them too, just normal giants that fuck him up, and that's
Like, what it
probably
will
what
be
gets
is
him. Like,
like they'll
yo,
come up to him, start
these guys
fighting.
are the weakest
He'll
of the
be able
bunch,
to use his
and
observation
they just
hockey, but
destroyed
he
me.
won't be able to do anything about what hits are coming towards him. Like he'll just know.
Yeah. Now, if Elbaf is like that, I want the arc to be at least a year or two in the One Piece timeline. Like, they're there for a year, not just like a week, because that'll
You
give
don't have to
time.
have a
Not,
very
just
long
just
time.
a year.
I
That
don't
would be
think we
good.
need
That would be
another
just a
2
year.
years.
They're having the time of their lives. They're enjoying the time. Yeah, you don't have to have a time skip. It would just be like, you see how they did, like, oh, this week. You feel me? Like, after Luffy won the battle, it was
Yeah.
like 1 week later. Like, you wasn't even expecting that. You would just thought that Luffy would just fall asleep and wake up the next day. Like, yay, we won. Like, oh, he was in a coma for like a week after that battle, after he went Gear 5. And
Yeah.
people don't realize that's probably because he went Gear 5. And that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
Elbaf will definitely be
That's
Usopp's
what I really want. I want this
but
better be a
it's
Usopp.
really got to be more
Like,
important.
yeah. Because, like, he wants to be a brave warrior of the sea, right? A brave warrior of the sea. That's a broad term. You feel me? That's like, you could be a brave warrior of the sea while you're dead. But why would he want to die a hero when he could be a hero? You feel me? Because Usopp's a coward. So I firmly believe that he should get stronger. This, at least learn the basics of hockey, bro. Like, maybe the Giants have
He could infuse if he
like,
knows how to
maybe he could
infuse
teach,
Kabuto with
taught by
hockey.
a nice giant or something that's seen what
That's
happened.
really all he has to do at this point.
Exactly, bro. Like, and this, and it would make up for all he's done. You feel me? That this will be his training arc, and it could be like, oh, his observation hockey is so high, yet he doesn't know how to tap into that potential. And when he does, because I mean, it's been shown time and time again that Usopp's observation hockey, Usopp's just perception of like sniping is very good. And that would be a good
When
cop
they
out to be
first
like,
had their
okay, here
cannons, he was the only one that was
he can
like able
already
to
tap into
accurately
good
hit everything.
observation. It's just like, and that's the thing, bro. Like, like even the little stuff, like Usopp's moments. It's like, if you really think about it, like, wow,
And
that's something that like
he
someone with
has such a large
observation hockey
arsenal,
would
but he
do,
doesn't
and he
use
just
a
doesn't know.
lot of
Like,
what he has.
Usopp doesn't know how to tap
You
into
know
it.
that he has a lot, but he just doesn't utilize it.
Like he can. I don't even think anybody's taught him like observation.
Like
Like
he's
even let
bragged
him
about
know that
having
that
hockey,
that's
but to
observation.
him,
Like
like he
nobody's
doesn't
had a good
actually think he
talk with
does.
him that that's what it is.
He was unconscious when everything happened.
Exactly. Like that's not a thing that like he
Yeah, but
knows
I
how
don't
to
think he knows that it is observation.
like he knows how to use his observation. It's like he used it plenty of times, but it's like he doesn't. Yeah, like it's like oh my god, like I just saw that. Like it's not like oh my god, I was using observation and then I saw that. It's like oh my god, I just saw that happen. Like I seen the cracks and I was able to shoot through it. It's not like I was using observation hockey and I was able to. So I believe that he has the potential to have somewhat of an advanced like observation, and it would be good because it's like, yeah, you've been doing these things, like right. It would be such a good cop out if it was like, yeah, you've been doing these things without
Yeah,
observation hockey. Therefore, your observation would be like top tier, and it'll make much more sense. And then it'll be like, okay, all you need is normal ornament, and maybe he'll be able to fight someone that's not strong, but like, because he's gonna have to like,
yeah. That's
he's
obvious.
gonna have
Like
to fight someone on the
they
Blackbeard
obviously have
Pirates,
him
the
there.
sniper.
All the
And he's
everyone
gonna have
that's
to
on
fight
Luffy's crew
Blackbeard
has
Pirates.
someone on Blackbeard that they're gonna fight. So,
Yeah, it directly parallels. That's the thing. That's why I'm like,
and
okay,
as
when
much
is
as
he
I
gonna get
want to
strong?
believe Usopp is just strong, but like from what we've seen, we just don't think he is. But he really just isn't because he doesn't have a lot of feats. And I'm not one that usually counts feats for strength, but it's just in One Piece it kind of does matter.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything, bro. He didn't do shit. How is he supposed to like? And it's not even like
Yeah,
the Brave Warrior of the Sea. How is he supposed to be near his father's level? Like, how is like? 'Cause obviously, in One Piece film, right? I'm pretty sure, like the crew was there too, so he's probably gonna be because like you've seen the last fight, like Shanks and Luffy are there together, so he probably meets his father, bro. But it's just probably not gonna be as satisfying because his dad is like, oh yeah, Usopp, and they're like, oh my god, Usopp is fucking a unit, like.
yeah.
Bro, Usopp
That
is
just
gonna
wouldn't
do
be a
this.
good
Like he
payoff.
reminds me of myself when I was his age, type shit. Like I don't believe it. It wouldn't be a good payoff because Usopp hasn't done anything, and
Yeah, no.
that's only because the writer just doesn't give Usopp his creds. Because Usopp he should be like one of the strongest snipers in time and time again in the series. Fucking even somebody like the person on Big Mom's crew, the sniper, even has
Yeah,
good sniping skills, and that shit took him a long way.
I think they'll give it to him. I think Oda's gonna.
I'm just
I think
waiting
he has
on
a
it,
plan
man.
for that. But speaking of characters that don't really get what they deserve, let's talk about Chopper, man. Chopper used to be a bruiser back in like early One Piece. Like I feel like his giant form is really downplayed, or his monster mode.
Well, yeah, I mean it does the same thing that Naruto kind of does, where it's like the main four people of the crew are the strongest, and
And
it's
Naruto
like
is just
the
like,
other
oh yeah,
guys are like the weak
these two are
ones.
strong, and everyone else is
But
just
it doesn't
can't
do it
ever
as
reach
bad
that
as
level.
Naruto, because like they have the yeah Naruto and Sasuke strong, Sakura bitch, like that's literally everything that's Naruto. Like, oh, Naruto save Sakura, Sasuke save Sakura, Kakashi save Sakura, Lee save Sakura, Sakura woman. Like, bro, it's just nothing. She doesn't do anything by her fucking self. Like, she can't even fucking make a sandwich herself. She probably has to, Sasuke probably has to bring sandwich meat or some
Yeah,
shit.
like people
She
try to
forgot.
like make
Like,
arguments for Sakura. I'm just like, no,
it's like, I hated
stop.
Sakura because of that, bro.
Like that's not even like an opinion thing. That's just how she's written. She's not written to like
Yeah,
be
Naru, bro.
important.
Fucking Naru. Naru, bro.
Oh, the
Naru,
light
bro.
novels. How many?
She's
I
much
can't
better in
tell
the
you how many
light
times I've heard
novels.
the light
Oh,
novels.
she's
The
she's
light novel,
stronger
bro.
than than
Bro,
than,
I
than
swear.
Guy and light novel. Light novel. Pull up something in the anime and the manga that's been animated and drawn, and then we'll talk. You can it's too late, even if because that's after
Yeah.
Shippuden, bro. That's after that's after when she needed that fucking power. That's after that. They made her a likable character in
Yep.
Boruto. Not even because she's strong, only because she looks better. So therefore, it's like, okay, Sakura's bad now. So let people like her more. And that's
You know,
literally
she's
what
like
happened.
just
She's
average
stronger,
level
yeah, but
for
she
the
doesn't do
world
shit.
of Naruto.
Still, she just looks better. It's like she shouldn't be on that crew. They should that's why I like Nobara from Jujutsu Kaisen so much because she's what Sakura could have
I
been,
still haven't watched it, and I kind of
should
refuse
have
to
been.
watch that shit. I will not
I'm
lie.
not sure if you've seen JJK yet. Yeah, it's a
The last
girl. It's a
time
girl.
I
It's a
gave
good. It's a good
something a
show. The
shot,
fans just
I originally
the
didn't want to
Gojo.
with
The
the
Gojo
fans.
stands just
I
fucking.
ended up getting disappointed, and that was my hero. God, that shit fell off. Like the fans made it weird, and then I gave it a shot. I
Well,
liked
yeah,
it,
my hero was all right.
and
It's just the fans.
Horikoshi kind of fucking fucked it up. He fumbled it. Won't lie. I can't sit through a chapter anymore. Like I'm not excited. I stopped being excited when
Yeah,
they like.
I
Zonin?
don't even read the chapters. I just go. I just watch the
Zonin?
zoning. You
No.
know what zoning is? You know what
I
zoning? Zoning, like ZHONIN.
I
Yeah,
just see
it's a
like
guy. You just talk to the
Muriel shows
chapter.
up
It's
and then
much
I go look at
easier
it.
to
That's it.
sit through that because it's like, okay,
They ruined him, man.
oh
They
yeah,
had
because
him
Muriel, but
like
I hate man. Honestly, I hate him now. It's not even that he's a bad character. Only because, just think about it, bro. They bring back Muriel, yeah, cool, Muriel, and they put him up
my
against
problem
fucking
was not
Shigaraki.
only
Like,
didn't
what
they
the
say
fuck
that
is he
they
gonna?
only
What the
if
hell
he
is he
came
gonna
back, was
do?
it, did he say half a year or did he say 2 months?
What is he
Like when he came back, he said like something. I'm back in
gonna,
the game.
like, what do you mean?
Let's see, I remember the chapter number. It was 292 when he came back. It's been like 2
Yeah, he came
years.
back. I
Let's see,
forgot what he said
292.
though, but it's been a bit. The overhaul arc happened. It's been a year now. It's been a year because the big three
So
graduated
he comes back
last year, and
the
then
very end. That reveal was cool. I won't lie. But after the hype,
they
it was pretty lame. Yeah. So he
the
says,
first
"I've
reveal
only
was
been on
cool, and it
sabbatical
was
for
like power,
haven't enough to
dude.
trigger any
But then
nostalgia."
literally 2 seconds later, he's struggling to fight a.
Yeah, immediately, he's fighting Nomu's, and he's getting chased away. He runs
Like
away
it's
like
like
a bitch, bro, and I hate that's what happened.
and basically like have
He runs away like people that would fucking do it in OJ too. He just ran away.
yeah, bro. Fucking that's something I didn't like though. It's like he gets introduced. Yeah, Mario. They put him up against people like. No, I'm. It's all right that they put him up against Nomu. Yeah, but it would
Muriel,
have been
like,
cool if he was
I
actually
understand
fighting
why
them
he
and
was
like
made. He was made to
trouble
show
with
that
it.
Deku isn't perfect and that there is perfection, but but fuck, man, I kind of hate that they gave him his powers back if this is how they were gonna do it, especially considering how early it really was. I mean, like, not real, like, in terms of, like, time between the chapters that he
Yeah,
loses and gets it back, yeah, it was a long time, but half a year in story, he doesn't have his powers, and it was written as a big sacrifice. I know that, yes, technically Night Eye told him that he would become a great hero, but that could have really meant anything. No. I don't think that had to mean that he got his powers back. He was a hero, maybe he was a hero for raising, fucking,
yeah,
what's her
man.
name?
Like,
I forgot her name. Gary, yeah. God damn it, I really did forget. I forgot so much about that series. Yeah.
Eri.
I thought, honestly, that's what I assumed. That's kind of the way they were going. But everything after, I feel like that point went downhill. Because it was just, he gets written back in, right? He doesn't show up for like a year, 2 years, year and a half. We don't see him again. It's just barely. You know,
Yeah,
they really pulled a Rock Lee with him.
they did him dirty. It's like they could.
And we all know that he's really better.
He is basically the Rock Lee of the series, underestimated, and
I'll be honest, man. I really want to like the series. It's just hard. But I don't even think that's happening. That was something I could have seen
maybe
happening
in My
when they
Hero
first did that
Shippuden,
2 month time
probably
skip, which should have been longer. They had Deku fucking look badass with his vigilante, arc, and that didn't even last that long. And he was already back to how he used to be after like a conversation. Honestly, I really wanted him to stay that way at least for a really long time. That was when I was like, is like
yeah.
this series actually about to get like serious? It's been getting serious, but this would have been like a major twist. Like, he just loses his shit.
Yeah, the series about to get better. Honestly, I was kind of expecting him to just turn back because that's just what I expected, bro. I was like, yeah, he's probably gonna get out of this
It was
vigilante
so
phase in
lame
like a
how
day.
they did
Give it
that.
a day.
Man. Yeah,
But that's
the
what
problem with
Horikoshi does.
Horikoshi is I feel like he tries too hard for the
Yeah,
fans.
vigilante.
Because even with now Bakugo dies and now he's getting saved again for some like bullshit stuff. Like, oh, he's gonna get his heart stitched back together. Like, his heart exploded. You're not stitching that back together.
Bro, yeah, bro. When the
No,
fuck
I'm
did
pretty sure it
Ed
was
Shot
Mirko who said that.
have
Like, they're gonna
the
kill
ability
Mirko now.
to like turn into heart? No,
I don't know, because she says, "I will be the boy's heart."
they saved Deadshot. I don't think I think Miracle is just battle damage. Like no, her power doesn't have anything like because at least with Deadshot it's like oh no actually he turned in yeah Deadshot already saved him. Baka goes back alive. He already turned into his heart
Yeah,
fully.
she's done after this.
I forgot
This
about
is
that.
it for
Yeah,
her,
he
which
did.
is
Miracle is
it
just getting
sucks.
beat the fuck up. Like she
She
lost
really
her
only
other
started
arm.
mattering during that arc.
I, honestly, I don't see her dying only because like they're just doing like I think she's just like one of those characters that is just warrior-esque. So like they want to show that so bad in the series where it's like, let's make her lose another arm. Yeah, let's blow half her face off. This, that, and the third. And then she'll still be alive in the end of the series. But it's like, oh my god, Miracle is
I mean,
really
we already
a
know
warrior.
he's
I
kind of
believe that's how
scared to
she's
kill
going to
off
be written.
characters.
Because it's basically how it is. Like every arc, every war arc.
And that yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why he killed off fucking Ed.
Him and the wood guy. I forgot
I forgot his ass even existed. Motherfucker just came out the cut and was like, I'm gonna save Bob. Like, motherfucker just came out the cut. like out of nowhere, bro. He wasn't even in this war, bro. Came out the cut. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna save Bakugo. Like, where the fuck did you come from?
Online, there's like, Edshot says he's gonna be his heart, and I'm like,
my motherfucker had no significance at all.
Time.
How the fuck do you be his heart?
Open.
Like, motherfucker.
You're not fixing that. I don't think
got
even
his
if you
heart
transplant
split
it,
in
he's
half.
coming back.
Exploded.
Well, he was done. His heart exploded into nothing.
He lost so much blood. People
it's like, that's not how that works, bro.
But people are like, oh yeah, there's heart transplants.
Like, that, honestly, that was the perfect way that they could have killed him. That's not how that fucking works.
His heart literally stopped and he died.
That was perfect. I was almost about to like start getting back into it. It's like, oh, he actually grew some balls and killed off.
That's the thing, like
major character.
And it's like the thing is, I have a feeling that he isn't gonna die now. Only
he got stabbed by All For One.
The cop out. Like, it would have been much better. It would have been exactly like it would have been much better if it was like, all right, like if they just found another way to just like you know, heal him back.
And they had the little,
but not bullshitty like Edshot sacrificing himself out of nowhere because he's an irrelevant hero.
Theme song, but sad like Mirio. He's not gonna die. It's just like,
yeah, man.
Isn't it like 17 confirmed because
of
it?
No, Bakugo died.
Let
me kill myself like that one girl did. Somebody killed.
Bakugo died, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like,
injured and one confirmed death because Bakugo died.
Yeah, I won't lie.
If you kill yourself over a manga character, you deserve every last bit.
But like, are you serious, man?
I hope you died the worst.
Bakugo died, and you're just like, oh, I know, that's it, I'm done.
You fucking serious?
Bro, disconnected OJ too.
Like, are you fucking for real?
They were just done. They're like, nah, I can't do it. Fictional character that came out in 2014 is dead.
Oh my god, Bakugo died. I have to kill myself. He's the only one that saves me. Fuck you. You deserved it.
That whole series really just became generic shonen. Like, it was pretty cool at first. I liked the concept of superhero anime. But, nah. Fumbled it. Terribly. That's why One Piece is still on top. For real. Because One Piece is one of those stories where it's like, it knows that it doesn't need to kill off people for progression, but it's still
even
not
when
afraid
they do, they know how to kill people off. Like the way they killed off Kaido.
I think Kaido's done. Big Mom might still be alive because...
I mean, he's basically dead. He's been in the lava
his name is still alive?
A while now. They could have done it better. Yeah, they could have done it much better, like warrior-esque. This is my ideal Kaido death. I
Bro, like they could have had
yeah,
like
but like
he's
fighting though,
throwing
like
punches,
he was
and then
already
Luffy
dead.
like slows
Like he
down.
was still
He's
fighting,
just fighting, and he just
dead.
collapses.
Like, no, I wanted him to fully be like, I wanted him to fully just fight, like just fighting, still fighting, like not even talking, not even just,
He honestly
not
should have
even like,
took someone
not even
down with
saying
him
anything, just straight,
to
just
prove how
fighting,
strong he
like
still
while
is.
he's dead, like subconsciously, like exactly, like, and that would have been the warrior death that Kaido would have envisioned, and it would have been much, it would have made much sense
Yeah.
because Kaido would have died a warrior, and he actually got that, you know, like he didn't die in vain. It would have been very good. It's like, oh yeah, I
And
wanted to die
Kaido
like
just got
Whitebeard.
sent to
He got
the
pushed
core of
so
the
far
earth.
that he was fighting while dying,
Damn.
and that would always be. Yeah, it would have been anticlimactic. But I see what Oda's
Yeah,
doing though,
like
because
I
it's
know
like,
that
all
like
right,
Luffy doesn't
I want
technically
to end
kill
Wano
anybody, but like,
now.
bro, listen.
Here's Kaido dying.
And honestly, I can't see
And I
Kaido
guess,
being written back into the story. To be honest, this was like he was set up for so long,
yeah, I mean,
and it's over.
well, there's no point.
He took the L, but I don't think he wants to show his face, bro.
There's no point in him being written back. Yeah,
But he was like the only
that's
man
good
who
though. I
would give
mean,
me
I'm just
enjoyment.
glad they ended it off. You
So
know, Kaido
I don't
died.
think
Boom.
I think even if he does
Feel
come
me?
back, I feel like he wouldn't actually like be upset with Luffy. If anything, if he came back, he'd
Exactly.
probably fight alongside him. But I don't really want him to come back. He hates him.
That would be weird though. I mean, Luffy hates Kaido. He hates him.
Destroying
Like
villages.
that's not like Luffy's a very forgiving guy, but Kaido was like Kaido has done a lot.
Luffy, like, for real thought Kaido
Like
one-shotted his
like
crew
Luffy
and was
Kaido
just
wouldn't go on
throwing
Luffy's
hands
good side,
instantly.
no matter what he did.
Oh, yeah, like, when he offered to,
Yeah,
he was
Kaido's an
like,
evil
he told
guy.
Luffy that if
That
they
Luffy
joined
even
forces,
like
they'd be
said
so
like,
strong. He's like, I would never join you.
I
Yeah.
wanna send you to hell. Yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't even know because that's what they. I
Okay,
don't
yeah,
even
we
know
need to
how
talk
Luffy
about that,
feels.
because,
Like
like,
Luffy never said anything about
he
Akainu.
doesn't mention
He never said I want
Akainu,
vengeance,
and then
like your
they had,
typical
like, so many
shonen anime.
intros. Not really, they had, like, one where he's, like, fighting him, and that was super hype. He's gonna fight Akainu. But
Mhm.
it might be a Sabo fight. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like
But
he's
I
gonna
feel
fight him,
like
but I don't think he's gonna
what I
kill
don't
him.
want to
I feel like
happen
that's a
is
Sabo
with
thing.
like
It'll
how
be much more.
Kakashi did Deku versus Muscular again, where he just one shots him. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, like I want Sabo to carry on his brother's will, because I mean he's the one carrying on his will, not Luffy.
Yeah, it will
It's shown
probably be a
time and time
Sabo
again
fight.
that Sabo
Now that you
carried
say it
on
like that,
Ace's
yeah,
Luffy,
it might be a
not
Sabo
Ace's
fight.
Luffy, Ace's fucking will. And it'll be a fight
And like,
between
bro,
wills, like,
he
oh,
only
you have the
died
mirror. The
because
last
if
user of
not,
this
he
fruit,
would have killed Luffy.
I destroyed him, and it's like, and it's well, yeah. I mean, either way, you would have Ace would have fucking lost badly to Akainu. He would have
Luffy thought
died
it
if
was
he
over,
wanted
but
to
like,
fight. But
man, Ace
Luffy
just shouldn't have
didn't
gotten
run.
pissed off
He
and
was
started dissing
stunned.
Whitebeard. Bro,
You know, he
he
was
started
shocked.
dissing Whitebeard, and Ace folded, bro. He was like, nah. He went back, and if he just, yeah,
Yeah, but it's been shown time and time again that Ace was arrogant. You know, he's an arrogant guy. So I mean, that was in his character. Now, if it was something like
because that's
Sabo
not what Sabo
and
has
like
been
Akainu
taught. We know Sabo is like
was throwing
really
shade at
intelligent.
Dragon and Sabo
He's
did
like
that, I would
one of
be
the
like, yo,
only
what the
One
fuck?
Piece
That's
characters
like
that went to school,
you
bro.
just wanted him to die because like it took yeah, it took months, not even months, basically almost a year for Ace to because Ace is so arrogant. It took almost a year for Ace to even warm up to Whitebeard a bit. Like he used to just every fucking day try to kill Whitebeard in his sleep, and Whitebeard was just folding.
So
Ace is definitely an
probably could have
arrogant
taken
guy,
out Blackbeard if he didn't spend
and
so much time
that's just in
talking
his
to him.
character. So I mean, it fit well.
He probably was like, oh man, I could just take this guy. Like I don't even have to try. And then he got fucking folded, captured.
Exactly. Like Ace is an arrogant guy. He's cocky, arrogant.
Sabo is like
he's not weak, but that is his weakness. Like he's not quick with it.
He's gonna be smarter with the fruit because even when he had first got the fruit, he was already punishing people. He instantly knew. I think that. Okay, so the whole thing where I know people really don't like the amnesia thing with him, but I think it works to some extent. Because it would be kind of weird if you're trying to say, oh, yeah, Sabo, he just always knew but just didn't do anything. Like, that's the only reason why he can't have the memory. But, I don't know. He's definitely not Diet Ace. I know people just say he's his replacement for Ace. I don't think that's what Oda's doing.
Yeah, he's definitely not a replacement. It would be very disappointing if that was the case. But I'm glad though that Sabo. I've always had this theory that Sabo was secretly a crazy guy.
Yeah, it's also kind of weird
that's been in his low-key when he was a kid. He was always the crazy.
I mean, I know that he showed that he just didn't like how he was being treated, but kind of weird how he was.
Exactly. Ace was the arrogant one, the stuck-up one. You feel me? Luffy was just the dumbass of the group, and then Sabo was kind of like the crazy kid. But Ace, Sabo, those three of them together. Sabo was the crazy kid, the wild one, and Ace was more of the older brother archetype. Even though he was still an arrogant fool, he's still the older brother. I feel like Sabo was he knows that Ace was like that towards Luffy, so he still tries to be a good role model because Luffy is still the youngest of the trio. But he still has that craziness. Because in the anime, I remember when Sabo first got his fruit or something, I don't know, I think it was before he got his fruit. Ro was literally crushing the submarine's head. And he had crushing his head with his bare fists. And he was smiling.
That's how he really
crazily.
Needs to be.
I was wow.
He needs to be unforgiving.
I hope Sabo's like this.
Sabo needs to be
I hope
unforgiving.
Yeah, that's how he's. Sabo needs to be the crazy. They all had their archetypes, and I feel like Sabo's how he is now because he's trying to imitate Ace to a point where it's okay, I have to be this older brother towards Luffy because he doesn't have one. I have to be supportive. I have to show that he has family. Because if Ace was still there, Sabo would probably just be his old crazy self. But Sabo obviously has matured over time. But I feel like he still has those crazy tendencies. I don't know if it was just an animation error or if it was just how he was looking. He was looking very maniacal, very menacing.
Yeah, no, he is smiling. He was I'm gonna crush a human skull like an egg. He is smiling.
That's what really intrigued me.
You can definitely see it. Yeah, I literally just look up Sabo crushes skull, and that's what comes up. That's not the name of the video, but that's what comes up.
Yeah, you watched the clip? Yeah, man. He's smiling maniacally. He had some other. Not a lot of people noticed that, but he had some other other moments like that where it's like subtle, but it's like you don't notice it until you really look at it. Like, oh,
You've
it's
been
like
watching
when I
that
first saw
action,
that
it's like
episode, I
they
saw it.
are
I was like, 'cause I
throwing
was paying
hands,
attention,
bro.
but like when you're normally watching an
Yeah.
episode, you don't pay attention to the core details like that.
You read into it, and it's like, God damn, they are vile.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
Not
Sabo was
even
a crazy
Dragon
guy,
killed
man. It's like,
Smoker.
wow.
He easily
It
could
seems
have.
like that's who I thought he was. Like,
Smoker was going after his son. He didn't even kill him. I guarantee you, if it was Sabo meeting him, he would have killed him.
yeah, Sabo. I feel like Sabo's more of a killer because he even saw Kuma. And I was like, I have
Dominated.
to kill
Because
these guys.
he wasn't even
Like, look at
using
the whole
hockey
fight between
when he
Sabo
did
versus
the
the West
Dragon
Ham.
Claw.
First guy to say,
Just
like, he's
grabbed
joyed,
his
he's
head.
happy.
He palmed his face and just crushed it.
Like, look at his face, bro. Like, he's just smiling. He's happy. He's like an egg.
I think that's what
He's
is being
crazy, bro.
done.
Like, that's that true side of Sabo that I want to see. Like when he's not on the battlefield,
I mean, he's already
like
known as the
this is like when
Flame
he's not on the
Emperor.
battlefield, he's a nice, loving, caring person. But when he is, he's a monster on the field. That's why he's the second. Exactly, man. Like he's crazy.
He represents more like
He's
the
for the people, but
anti-hero.
towards his enemies, he's a crazy guy. That's
He's
how I
gonna
want him to
do what
be.
he wants, and he
And like
doesn't
his
really
whole
have
fight,
so
even
many
when he's
morals for it. He's not like Luffy.
even
Luffy
when he is
will
fighting,
like kick your ass, but he won't kill you.
he's always yeah.
You could debate whether or not Luffy actually like killed any just fodder Marines, but like surface level.
Oda doesn't say that, but Luffy's definitely killing them motherfuckers.
What was it?
Like, bro, like remember
Elephant
that
gun
one
on
gear
the
third punch in Wano, like
Animal
a year
Kingdom
ago
Pirates.
when the guy was spilled the fucking bro, like you know how big an elephant gun
But
is?
hey, look, what
The
you can
elephant
say
gun
is that because he
is a
doesn't
huge ass
intend to
move.
kill them, his fruit
Like
doesn't kill him.
that's one of
Yes, you
Luffy's
could say
biggest
that.
punches. Like it
There's no way.
true that, but it's like, bro, there's like, bro, the gear third itself is like giant strength, and giant strength are. Oh, you obviously know how strong they are, and he amps that with hockey
All the time.
and the speed of gear second because he uses that now. He's always used that. Not a lot of people know this, but he uses the speed of gear second in his attack on gear third. That's why he's able to do like fucking Grizzly Magnum, the super
It was
fast.
Elephant Gatling.
Not Grizzly Magnum,
Used
but
it on Kaido.
I forgot the name of it. He has so many moves, but it's like the super fast barrage of Elephant Gatling. Yeah, that's why he's able to do that. He's always been able to do that, but not a lot of people realize that's why he's going so fast in gear third, because he's using gear second in gear third at the same time to amplify his speed. And he used that on the guy, bro, and he crushed his fucking head like in the show, like he crushed his fucking head. And you could say like that's all. This is fucking gear five, Nika fruit like effects. But that guy, I genuinely believe like he fucking died there. Like his skull and face was crushed. Like
I mean, but then
there's
to
no
be
coming out
fair,
of that.
there's
He
no
died.
confirmation. There's also no confirmation that Luffy doesn't kill. It's just
It's
implied.
crazy because it's like, dude, like you barely. Well, yeah, it's implied that he doesn't. It's just like, damn, bro, like this motherfucker killed him, bro. Like you can't say he did it because
Especially
this
during
is a
Marineford, he
pedestrian
was
too.
just
This isn't even like a soldier. Like that guy was like all those guys there are just like Kaido's like low.
literally
Like bro,
fodder.
like
They
those
were
like
just
all those
fodder.
guys are at that
He
party.
just
Those are just Kaido's like soldiers, the lowest of the low, like human level guys. Like They're groups. They're just like the
He
fodder
didn't
groups
even have
that,
to do
get
it, but he
pushed
just
around.
did.
Luffy's a very high tier, and that's an elephant gun.
Oh no, not just
A punch
base
that, like,
Luffy. We're done.
like he could have punched him with gear second, bro. He hit him with a big gun.
Didn't use Conquer. Could have used Conqueror's Haki. Didn't. Nah, he was like, I gotta fuck these people
Like,
up.
bro, he hit him
Let me
with the
just
big fucking gun. I gotta see that clip, bro. It's
let me just press 20 tons of just hard.
like,
fucking-
let me pull out gear fucking third of all gear.
And he was being aggressive about it too. He screams
Like
elephant
his
gun.
skull literally broke. Luffy. Yeah, he was mad. They was talking like, oh fuck, look at us wasting all this food. Gotta see where it was.
I think I found it.
He gets angry for wasting food. Yeah, there we go. Food. This guy, I gotta see this, bro. Yes, third. And it was hockey too,
Bro, it's a
bro.
lot faster than I remember too.
This poor guy. Didn't even know what's going on.
Oh my god. Bro, everyone started floating. The impact.
Look at that. Bro.
He cried.
Like, everybody got sent flying.
Yeah,
Bro.
nah, I don't think.
He hit this motherfucker
The comment,
so hard.
Luffy has never killed someone. This video makes that cap.
Like, bro, he squished him. Like, bro, his tongue is out his fucking mouth. Like, yo. Oh my god.
Bro, when I look up this clip,
That poor grunt
you get a
expected a much
CNN
stronger
clip
one.
saying girl
Damn.
accidentally kills instructor. That's what it associates accidentally killing someone with.
Bro got... Exactly, bro. Like, yo, bro got fucking compressed vertically. Like, it's like, he's like a hydraulic press, bro. Those hydraulic press videos, except a fucking person. This guy's eyes are popping out of his fucking face. And he just, like, screaming, bro. That's an angry Luffy. Oh my god, that guy killed, like, he died. I remember this one scene. Didn't Luffy, like, punch somebody
That
and then
anybody
they
who
fell in, like, hot boiling water and died?
like
And impel down?
like I just in general, man.
That
Like
was
the
like
way
an old
he hits
time.
people. I know it's One Piece, and you could argue that people are different, like in the series, but nah.
Didn't Luffy kill that fucking
I
what's
mean,
it
he
called?
punched
Who is
him
it?
really hard. I don't think he killed him though.
A Celestial Dragon, or was that just they just punch him?
I think he might have been in a.
Because I've never seen him after that. I don't remember seeing that Celestial Dragon after that punch.
Damn.
The Celestial Dragons, bro.
No words, just folded him. Punched him so hard they had to animate it like with no color. That's definitely like
like they punched the
top
soul out of
moments
his
of One
ass.
Piece right there.
9-sword style. Yeah, man. Oh my God, 009 storage style, bro. Oh my God, I was just rewatching it and seeing what he did to Kaido. It was a pretty beautiful sequence too. I liked what they did, and that's the first time One Piece like really showed a lot of blood. One thing I liked about this nine sword style shit is that it wasn't just a singular attack in the anime. Like, it showed that he could stay in that form for a duration of time. He was fighting Kaido for like 2 seconds. He was clashing with him. And then he hit him with the Ashura attack inside that form. So it's like, wow. Like, if he can fight Mihawk in an extended amount of time, that form, like,
that's one of the that's a fight that's obviously gonna happen.
That'd be awesome.
But
Ashura versus Indra, bro. You feel me? Indra, the god of what is Indra the god of? Indra the king-like deity, Hindu mythology.
and then
I was he's the king of heaven basically. He's God. Ashura's the king of hell. Indra's the god of heaven, and he has 4 arms. Yes, 4 arms and 2 heads. Like I said, one in the front and one in the back. So it's like, oh my god, and it's like you don't have to like be. It would explain a lot the parallels between
is also known as the Slayer.
And nobody's ever talked about that. It's like, it's just like it wouldn't make sense for just Ashura to be there. Mihawk and exactly. It's like, wow. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like it's just like it would work so well, and it's like Indra, Mihawk, like Indra, grow wings, the god, the king of, god of heaven or some shit, heavenly power. I feel like there's a way to.
I mean, it's probably more symbolic
to
than
explain
it is
why they have the power of Ashura and Indra.
I think it's just like, King of
It would
Hell,
be much better.
Heaven. Mihawk has a lot of crucifixes,
Yeah,
type stuff.
Mihawk, he could grow wings in that form.
That fight is
going
to
go
so hard
crazy.
especially now that we know what's gonna happen. Like we have more of an idea. Like they're gonna get stronger before they fight from this point. But as of right now, that matchup is looking insane, and it really could go either way. Like obviously Zoro's gonna win because he's got to become the greatest swordsman, but you could argue that it could go either way. He's gonna get his ass kicked a few times first.
I think they're gonna pull a Luffy versus Kaido. I think Zoro is gonna fucking. It's like I don't know how to. I know Oda. He's not the type of guy to be
Maybe
like, okay,
but
Zoro
what
won.
if they are straight up gonna stare at each other?
It has to
for
be
a fuck ton of chapters.
It's like, okay,
before
Zoro
they
won
make a single move.
But that first round,
it'll be like a duel type shit.
I feel like the crew is gonna be there because that's after. I don't know if I want it to be before or after they.
Because he needs to be the greatest swordsman before.
I want it to be before.
He's the greatest swordsman on the ship of the pirate.
Yeah, I definitely want it to be before. Because like they're gonna be like, oh my god! Think about it. If this is Zoro without being the greatest swordsman, they'd say fucking, oh my god, look, Luffy the Pirate King, this, that, and the third, with Zoro, Pirate Hunter Zoro, Black Leg Sanji, not fucking the world, and he has. It would have been
Yeah.
like, no, he has the world.
I mean, he's really not even the Pirate Hunter anymore.
Zoro
That
on
was
the
like
team.
his
It would just
introduction.
be Pirate Hunter Zoro. Like, he would make much exactly. Yeah, but they didn't give him another epithet, bro. Like the King of Hell Zoro would have been much better. But I think that's what they're saving for when he becomes the greatest swordsman. Just like how fucking Luffy, just how Roger was the Pirate King and Rayleigh was the Dark. You feel me? Because it's like he's the right hand man. He's a king basically. He's the second king, secondary king, the Dark King, the Pirate King type thing.
It'll definitely, if anything, it'll be Luffy.
But yeah, I want them to. I want his crew to be there though. I want everyone to be there because the entire crew to be there. You feel me? Mihawk. I wonder how this is going to go.
It was the first fight that was hyped up. The rematch was the first thing that really got hyped up.
Important fight in One Piece. Like there's fights. Like it's because Luffy doesn't have to really.
It's really
fight
just a search that he's
for
doing
his
right
position in the world. He has to just find the One Piece and become the new Pirate King. Zoro, exactly. It's a search. Whoever finds the One Piece is basically the Pirate King, because that's something only the Pirate King can do. You know, if fighting comes with
like
it,
a really
you
long
don't
time.
have to fight. You feel me? You can be like Blackbeard and just, be very close to, finding information on it. Zoro, he has to fight one-on-one, either to the death or till someone's crippled, to become the greatest swordsman. He has to fight someone who's already the greatest swordsman and retaining his strength and prime physique. Because that's the thing. It's not like Mihawk is, not training. He said, I'm gonna retain my strength to the max capability for you so we can have the greatest fight. So it's not like
he wants Zoro to win, because he really does believe in
lose
him
his strength.
to
He's gonna retain
successor.
his strength. He wants Zoro to overcome it. Yeah, because he wants someone. Honestly, the Mihawk versus Shanks debate. I honestly think right now, how narratively speaking, it probably Mihawk is probably most likely stronger than Shanks. Not by a mile,
rather than
but by a big margin. I see it more of a Luffy versus Kaido. Luffy is right now Gear 5 Luffy. Pretty good. He does a number on Kaido. But I mean, we gotta take it into consideration that Kaido really was damaged
for days
and kind of fatigued during the. I mean, he got jumped for basically all night. But I'm not gonna take that in. Yeah, he had been fighting. Like I'm talking about just all right. They meet up, full power, full regeneration.
What was forgotten is Luffy
full health,
die.
full stamina each. I feel like Kaido probably it would. Exactly. So I think it's more of something like that. Like Mihawk is stronger than Shanks.
It's definitely high diff,
and he'll probably win against Shanks. But it's not like a huge margin. Like Shanks has an opportunity to beat it. It's like high diff. You feel me? Not extreme diff, but high diff. Only extreme diff if Shanks finds a way to beat him, because obviously Shanks doesn't have both of his arms.
Fair.
And he probably used both of his arms to fight Mihawk in the past. That's why Mihawk doesn't want to fight him anymore. But it's like, you lost both of your arms. Now, if Shanks was just, no, I think he was left-handed. No, he was right-handed.
No, he lost his left arm.
That's probably why. He lost his right arm, his dominant arm to fight.
The left one, because when they show the scene where he saved
so he's obvious.
You can see his arm front and center.
His left arm?
Like missing.
I'm not sure. I think it's right.
But like even still, he does have that disadvantage by not having both arms.
Yeah.
You can single arm sword fight, but Even Zoro, sometimes he needs to use both hands,
Yeah, because
like to get full capability. But I don't know. It's definitely high diff though. The fight.
that's what I want. I honestly want Mihawk to be stronger than Shanks, only because Shanks in my like right now. I used to overhype things. Oh, Shanks is the strongest Yonko, but now seeing the Yonko structure would make much more sense. And for Zoro, it'd be much more of an accomplishment to be like, okay, Zoro's stronger than Shanks, so that must mean Luffy is some top dog, is some top guy. You feel me? And that's what I really wanted.
But just by
Because I mean,
small
Mihawk
margin.
probably is stronger than
Not very
Shanks, but
much.
not too much. And just thinking, yo, bro, just thinking about the fight between those two, bro. Oda is definitely going to like, he's definitely going to deliver with that fight. Like, there's not going to be no filler between. You feel me? Not going to be no filler of other people fighting because I know it's because like it wouldn't make any sense if it's the final war
Final War
and
should be
Mihawk's
after the
there
One
fighting
Piece
Zoro
stuff.
in the final war. It wouldn't make any sense because it's a one on one. Like it's a one on one fight. Like I feel like I feel like Mihawk isn't gonna be there for the final war. I mean he's gonna wait. You feel me? And then after that final war, or before Luffy finds the One Piece, Zoro's gonna encounter him, or Mihawk is gonna be waiting for Zoro somewhere. He's probably gonna be waiting for him somewhere close to Laugh Tale, like a checkpoint. You know, a good island to
He's
sit
gonna
down and
pull
rest
up in his
before, like,
coffin boat,
you know,
same
they find
exact
the
way
One
that it
Piece,
was
this, that, and
before.
the third. Mihawk comes out of the cut, and you know Mihawk comes to, bro, in his little, in his coffin boat. Yo, bro, Zoro, they're all in the ship, bro. Everybody's getting ready to get off the ship. Zoro's like, I smell something. Some shit, bro. Yeah, some Zoro shit, bro. Mihawk comes out the cut. No, he doesn't come out the cut, but you see him. Like, Zoro sees him in the distance. His observation hawk. He's like, he's here type shit. Yeah, like, he wants to fight, bro. Like Mihawk comes to him. That's the thing. You want Mihawk to come to
You
you.
are like,
You
you
don't
got
want to
some
go to
top
Mihawk.
status. Like, you got
When
some status
Mihawk
right
comes to
there.
you,
He's coming to
you're
you
ready.
because his position feels threatened.
You're in a fight. Yeah, bro. Mihawk came to you. Exactly. Yeah. You feel me? So, other than you feel me, he comes through in the distance,
No.
and he's
What's
like,
gonna
guys,
happen is he's just
Zoro's
gonna
like,
look at Luffy and just
I
gonna
don't want you
nod at
guys
each
to
other.
intervene, type
Then
shit,
it's just
bro.
gonna start.
This is the battle for the great. Yeah, they're gonna look at each other like, and he's gonna get off the ship. He's like, guys, what you're
It's
about
definitely
to
gonna be
like
like
some Zoro
Mihawk's
shit.
gonna
He's like,
show
what
up, and
you're
that's
about
gonna
to
be the end of the
witness
chapter. Like
is
Zoro's
the
gonna say some
battle
shit,
of the
and then
greatest
we're gonna get like a
swordsman. They're
fucking
like,
2 week
yeah,
break.
bro, Zoro's gonna be. What you guys are about to witness is the fight that I've been waiting for my entire life. Like, yo, bro, bro, that shit's gonna go crazy, bro. Like, Zoro versus Mihawk, it's undoubtedly gonna be the most hyped fight of the entire series. Like, Luffy can fight Emu, yeah, but that's not been hyped up as Zoro fighting Mihawk, because
How
Zoro,
he would
even
never lose
now,
again after that
still
point.
talks about Mihawk, still thinks back on how he lost and how he wants to. Zoro is literally an anime protagonist in a secondary role. It's like you want like he's literally the protagonist, bro. Like like if you think about it, bro, Zoro is like a protagonist that is a side character. He's a double protagonist, bro.
It would definitely be Zoro.
That's why everybody loves him so much, because he has protagonist energy. Like, if Luffy wasn't in One Piece, it was just Zoro. It'd be Zoro. Literally Zoro, bro. Nobody else. Not Sanji, not anybody. Sanji is side character. Zoro was 100% the
And
main
Luffy is just
character. I'd argue he's more
like
of an
what
MC
the
than
opposite of what
Luffy.
you expect an
He's
MC to
literally
be.
more. He has more MC energy. Than Luffy.
Yeah.
Luffy's the, and that's why he is the MC, because he's like, okay, Zoro is your typical like 100
Zoro
like
is like Ichigo
great
in One
anime
Piece,
MC,
basically.
bro. Like great
Almost.
shonen MC. I guarantee you, if he was the MC, he'd probably be ranked among top 3.
Yeah, just better. But like he's just got that. He's just a serious, and he just wants to be
But a
powerful.
better written, better determined, better not pull out the ass. He wants to be powerful. He's serious. He's a better captain material. You feel me? Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah.
wow.
Like
That
Rufy's
fight,
getting
bro.
animated.
Just think about it, bro.
Hype,
Think about when it gets animated.
and then yeah, that's what sucks, man.
That fight ain't coming in another 7
That's like
years, bro. But that's
the arc before the final
really
one.
end game. Like that's real end game shit. Like that's at the end of One Piece. Yeah, because I mean, I want Zoro to become the greatest before they find it, because that'll be much better. Because it would be like, all right, he has that title.